Wait. Huh? Why am I not... Oh my goodness. Okay. There I am. Okay. Hajime Mashitenshi. I am just hopping on to do the photo event. The new spiral... Well, not new, but... This rotation is Spiral Abyss. And then... do the TCG little event. And also get some cards that I... Wait, what? Okay, just a second. Oh, because it dragged, because it was the center of the screen. Okay, that's what happened. Okay, just a second. Come on. Hajime Mashitenshi, how are you doing? Did you see the Fiorina kit leaks? I did not know that... Why are you crying? Are you okay? Okay, well, we are going to Fontaine. What's going on? Is it because something good happened or something bad? Oh. That sucks. As in nothing at all, or just you can't get everything in there? Either way, that is sad news. It's really close to the domain. Okay. Not as big as your whole closet. Yeah. I think you should talk to the manager of suitcases about that. I think they would be able to get that squared away. Essentially, that Fiorina, well, as we thought, she can use both Numa and Usia, but it's actually on her normals, and she switches between them by using a charged attack. But basically, her entire deal is that she's a buffer who gives your team massive damage bonus, and also really big healing bonus, too, when their HP increases or decreases. So she's really good at enabling Marchose, but obviously best on characters who already have some healing on them. Yeah. Her bonus can go up to... If you level her talents to 9 at C0, that bonus can go all the way up to 94.5, which... Yeah, exactly. It's Fontaine's mechanic next to Usia. So it makes sense that that would basically be her whole deal, that she would encourage that, worked well with the mechanic. But what's really whack to me is she's got decent Hydra application, it seems, on her skill, at least the Usia version of her skill, because the Numa version of her skill, I believe, it's healing. It's not great healing, but it is healing to balance out the fact that she drains HP. But she's very constellation locked, it seems, and I don't know if I talked to this guy. Did I talk to this guy? Honestly, I was kind of thinking that Fiorina would work really well with Hu Tao, because it can be very hard to vaporize Hu Tao's burst, because it's hard to get a Hydra application to vaporize the burst. And Fiorina would work really, really well. Because the thing with Fiorina is that... Yeah, exactly. And apparently one of... Did you look at all the story leaks? I was kind of... The funniest thing is that it kind of vindicated you saying that there was a third Hydro Archon in a certain sense. Because apparently there's another Fiorina inside the Oratrice. Which is kind of what I thought was going on with Egeria. And that Egeria being quote-unquote dead would be a red herring. But I guess it makes more sense that they would be serious that, yeah, Egeria is actually dead. But the issue is that whether that means there's a quote-unquote third Hydro Archon, well, assuming Nouvelette would be the Archon, which the leaks don't support, they don't say that at all. But well, what doesn't make any sense is just the Nouvelette stuff. But what I mean is that we don't know whether that means a third. Because the reason I disagreed with that is the fact that there's a second Fiorina personality. That Fiorina has a split personality. It wouldn't be another Archon, it would be another Fiorina. This is saying that Fiorina has a duality thing going on, which is a little bit different. At least a little bit different. Like, the way I interpreted what you said was that there was an entirely third person who was not hinted at all, whose name we don't know, and that they're basically just chilling there, which is a bit different than there being just than Furina's second personality being in the Oratrice. But that works really well with the fact that no matter where Furina is, you can hear Furina outside the opera in the fountain. Because that would, yeah, it's. I don't want to get too defensive, but at most we'd have two. I think what it does seem to imply is just that her two personalities are separated to a degree more than we would expect. But that raises the question of, okay, are they separate people, quote unquote, or it's. I think only time will tell. Also, apparently the whale is going to be the weekly boss, which is pretty cool because honestly, it's kind of Mondstadt-y because until now, and it does kind of look like Andreas, in the certain sense that it looks kind of like a consecrated beast. It has these little armor shards on it, in a way that Andreas is a consecrated beast. I love that theory. I love that theory a lot. Because it also explains where our cryo-consecrated beast is. It's Andreas. But especially because if I recall correctly, I think this might be the one you're referring to. I think it's the Boar Princess. Talks about a wolf eating a god and gaining power. Which might have been foreshadowing. Yeah, exactly. I don't think they'll ever confirm it one way or another. But there are design similarities, and I think it would explain why a literal animal is also at the level of a god. In a way somewhat different from Urabashi, I think. Though to be fair, we also have the Thunderbird and Osile, if you want to call Osile an animal. But it would help explain Andreas' whole deal. Because I would say that the other, and its whole armor thing, because all the other sort of godlike animals also look a lot more like just normal versions of those animals, but big and different colors. No, what about it? About the whale? That it's why Tartaglia got a guilty verdict from the Oratrice? Because the whale is corrupting the primordial seawater? Shove the water? Okay, this is just about... just not fish. Okay. Sumeru. Clockwork fish. Okay. Zoro, talk, do my best as well. Okay, but... about Furina's kit. They're coping so hard. I think they're trying to find patterns that aren't there and trying to fit events that don't match with a pattern. Literally until now, we've only had 2 dragon fights. The only nation that has had specifically a dragon fight and a Fatui Harbinger fight, well, that's Liyue, and that's a Liyue. Because the boss we fight for Sumeru isn't even a dragon, it's literally just a bigger trash mob. They could have said it was Apep's avatar, they didn't do that. It's just a bigger trash mob inside the Oasis. Okay, but that sounds like BS. And you know why? Because the theory summary happened... yeah, exactly. And there are arguments that the Ozda we fight isn't Ozda's true body and is also an avatar, because the Dragon Clower tree looks like Ozda's tail. And there are people saying we basically fight a manifestation of Ozda inside Ozdaha, but at least it's an avatar of Ozda. Apep's Warden is literally just a trash mob. Nah, it's just... people are looking for patterns that aren't really there. I think... yeah. But that would be a sealed version of Ozda inside Ozda's body, I would say. Because, like I said, I think it's heavily implied that the Dragon Queller itself is Ozda. But it's very contrived, and it's a very recency bias sort of thing. And a pattern that only holds true at most 50% of the time, and honestly probably holds true less than 50% of the time, you can't really draw conclusions based off of that. That would not fit a scientific level of evidence. You know, in statistics, to confirm a hypothesis, you need an alpha, ideally, of less than 5%, which is essentially the chance of it being wrong based on your stats is less than 5%. This is an alpha of at least 50%. You cannot confirm the hypothesis. You cannot reject the null hypothesis of it just being nothing. But I think it's probably going to be the whale, and then maybe Arlecchino, which arguably means 2 Fatui bosses. Arguably. Yes. And I'll do it again. I'm going to do it again. If they can talk about Gnosticism and world religions, I can bring in basic statistical analysis that I half remember from my second year of college. I can do that. But, like I was saying, the thing about Furina's kit is that it seems very con-locked. She's exclusively an off-fielder until C2, which unlocks a Hydro Infusion. I guess you can talk about her Numa and Usia, but since that's only every 6 seconds, you swap her in and out to do that. Yeah, it's such a whale kit. And it seems pretty implied that you're not supposed to even be able to hit max stacks at all until you hit higher constellations, because a lot of her constellations increase her stock gain or give her more free stacks. The damage bonus is really good, but unless you have a full Fontaine team, it's going to be really hard. That doesn't mean she's going to be bad, because in a Nouvelette team, sort of a Nouvelette Taser or Hyperbloom team, she would work really well as a second Hydro, because she works really well with Nouvelette and with Shinobu. She could actually make use of Shinobu's healing and her self-HP drain. And I do find it interesting, because it implies that Shinobu wasn't just prefiguring Fontaine, not just Samara, but also kind of Fontaine. Yeah, Shinobu really benefits from that, because of the aggravates and the Hyperblooms. And if you play on a Hyperbloom team, probably Taser too. Electrocharge. But the thing about it is that Hu Tao would be good, because the thing about Furina is that, at least based on what I see, I think she gets better on second rotations and ahead of time. Second rotations and further, and is a little bit weaker on first rotation. Because on the first rotation, you're not really getting as many stacks as you could get on later rotations, because you're getting stacks from HP loss, but not really from HP gain. If you have some HP lost when you start that rotation, which is going to happen from second onwards, or maybe, in Abyss, it's going to be more rotations after that. So if Chamber 2, Chamber 3 will have it from the start, you're going to want... She'll be able to get some additional stacks of her passive, of her burst bonus, from healing you do on HP loss that's been there from the start. Yeah, which is why... But the thing about Hu Tao is that she procs her own HP loss, which means she works a little better than other characters who might have to wait a little longer for their HP drain to actually make use of any healing. I think maybe what you could possibly do is use Hu Tao Z before everything else, so that she could benefit a bit from healing. But that said, I think that it might not work as well in the end, because it would be hard to maintain both Furina's stacks for that damage bonus, and the damage bonus she gets from being under half HP, which is... Well, it's pyro damage bonus, but that's all the damage he does. It's 33, which isn't crazy, but it would be a tough balancing act. Well, it's not a sussy leak anymore. It's straight up data mined. It's at least presented in the format of something data mined. We have names, lore descriptions, straight up multipliers. That's not the kind of thing that's easy to fake. And this is about the time that Nouvelette and Thesley's kits leaked like that. I did not mean to hit that guy with a rock. At least it didn't hit him. But as I was saying, I think the reason I trust the story leaks is that it works really, really well thematically with the Elenos quest and the Mary Ann quest. Because basically what it says is that Furina created... While she would reside in the Oratrice, there's a divine Furina in the Oratrice, and she created a sort of powerless human Furina to basically govern for her. And that at the end, the divine Furina basically dies. And or at least basically seals herself away and does not interact with the world anymore, and tells the human Farina to basically be her own person, and lets her go out and do her own thing. And apparently, human Farina gets a vision at the end of all this, and cuts her hair and changes her outfit, and it is what it is. But it works really, really well. Yeah, it's not just Marianne, it's Elenos. Because that's like Marianne and Anne, and it's like Elenos and the Melusines. And in the end, both Marianne and Elenos say, I don't want to come back to life. I don't want to stick around in sort of the human world. I want to disappear so that my offspring can be individuals and self-actualize. And that's... I think it's... I mean, kind of, but... The point is less the rule of three and more the point that from Sumeru, in Sumeru, Aranyaka, and that one little, like I told you, the Golden Rose side quest in Sumeru Desert had this theme of memory, this theme of, at the end of Aranyaka, memories disappear. That's fair. Some people sacrifice their memories and being remembered. And in order to basically heal a tree that protects Sumeru, which is basically what happens at the end of the Sumeru Archon quest with Rukkhadevata. Rukkhadevata does something very similar to Arama, albeit on a much larger scale. And, you know, I think you could say that they've kind of been playing around with expectations and a sort of assume, like I said, no. I kind of assumed Fremine would be a Dory and not really have any story importance past a bit of an appearance in the first set of Archon quests, but apparently he's going to be huge in 4.1's Archon quest when Lyney and Lynette sneak into the fortress or get kidnapped or something. He has to break in or something to save them, but I do think that thematic resonances between the initial world quests and the Archon quest, that's something we can actually look into as a pattern now. And I like that a lot, because it's foreshadowing in a thematic sort of way. It's not the exact situation repeating itself. But what I really like is that it's not just sort of a metaphorical prefiguring, but they also provide other lore that helps to set things up. Such as the whole Narcissenkreuz Ordo trying to survive the flood, you know, Jacob, and the Abyss stuff with gold, which I assume is probably maybe similar to the whale. Because given that the whale, we don't know how old the whale is. We just know that Tartaglia woke it up. It's entirely possible that the whale is also a creation of gold. You know, we won't know until they tell us, but it's possible. And somehow I feel like, I think maybe not Jacob himself, but it might be the Abyss Order trying to wake it up or use it. And that it's going to be sort of like with Elenos, where there's the threat of this big abyssal-based beast reawakening, and we stop that from happening. And maybe come to an understanding with it. But it's all these puzzle pieces coming together. This thematic and lore-based prefiguring of future events. I find it really sad that a lot of my friends quit right before Fontaine. Because Fontaine has been just heat. Absolute heat. Tools have been prepared. Okay, we can actually do this event now. Reliable, what are you doing? Come from, didn't hear you coming at all. Almost fell into the water, you know. Future of photography, gone down the water. Yeah, my friends quit so they could play Final Fantasy XIV or focus on school. And, you know, neither of those things are really important to me right now. But as I was saying, I got some frozen chicken thighs, and I've started cooking with them to augment my broth and stuff. Well, I think they're fake fans. I think they should read the story instead of wishing and hoping fruitlessly for a skip button. React, sorry about that. Will be nice. How to swim from Fontaine. You must know how to swim. Not every person in the Leo can cook. Mondset, a poet. It's interesting that, I guess it makes sense with Moonchase, but And the fact that we've gotten so many recipes from Leeway from events, but cooking and Leeway being associated specifically. Well, I think what's going to happen is that by virtue of playing the game exclusively for the guys or for the gals and nothing else, they are going to be disappointed by the fact that they actually have to invest a bit, and they'll quit or play a game that is less investment for more pandering. Yeah. Okay, that's good at least. Poet, whatever, went through all this effort, diving apparatus, underwater, take some pictures. Yeah, the thing with Star Rail is, from what I hear, the power creep is a lot crazier, which makes a lot of sense, because when you have a turn-based game, there's a bit less you can do in terms of sort of mechanical expansion and differentiation. You know, frame data, animations, that kind of thing. It's a lot harder to implement things. Timing is a way to change up playstyles that isn't really as relevant in a... You can't do that in a turn-based game. Well, to be fair, Honkai isn't a strictly turn-based game, and it does have a system kind of like Final Fantasy X or like Pokemon Legends Arceus, in which you can sometimes get multiple turns if you've got enough speed. But at the very same time, it's... I would honestly contend, bless you, that a turn-based game is a lot more vulnerable to power creep. You don't need effort to play, and Kafka. You know, the funniest thing about it is that you may or may not know that Kafka is actually... She's actually from Honkai proper. I believe it was Honkai 2 originally that she was... She started out as a stigmata with a different design. You know, she's based off of Franz Kafka and the Metamorphosis more specifically, which is why she has sort of an arachnid motif, because, you know, they don't make a strong distinction between spiders and bugs, I guess. But what I do like is that Kafka in Star Rail, at least, is very much her own character. When, you know, it makes sense because she's a playable character instead of just a rollable PNG, literally just a PNG equipped to another actual character, whose entire premise is just, what if Franz Kafka but girl? Yeah, exactly, but with Kafka and Star Rail, it's a spider motif. And I do like that. I do think... Wait, what? What you? Let's take some pictures. Okay, what's going on? About the camera. Okay, courtier. Oh, okay, cockroach. Yeah. But the spider motif is very, very cool. I like it a lot. But what I will say is that what Honkai did with... It's very similar to the sort of Fate turning male historical figures into rollable anime girls, in that a lot of it has... It's no problem, but a lot of people ask why, you know, they turn male historical figures into anime women instead of, you know, taking real historical women from history and using them as characters. And to be fair, Fate has actually gotten a lot better about that. And at the very least, female King Arthur was actually a very decent character. It was good at the start, got worse, and then got a bit better. Yeah, like Cheng She. But there's a very insidious sort of implication beyond underlying a lot of that, which is essentially basically the devs saying the reason we had to get gender flips for our historical figure PNG rolling game is because, quote-unquote, women aren't important to history. That's the nasty insinuation that underlies a lot of that to me. And I think other people have picked up on it too. They could have done Cheng She, but instead they gender flip Francis Drake because a lot of their audience might be offended by the implication that women were actually important to human history. And to be fair, I think a little bit of that might be reading a bit too much into it as well. And there's also just the aspect of marketability. But for a lot of people, a figure like Cheng She is just sort of a literally who. But it's hard to shake that. Hard to shake that notion. Yeah. Okay. Modification, ingenious, finest materials. In the end, I'm basically assuming the worst. I'm assuming the worst because I do have a bit of a mean streak. But I think there's definitely still a little bit of that there. Lost in image quality, even if you go underwater. There's people in the camera club, new techniques, skilled photographers themselves and not their tools. I do. Okay, would you like to hear some more salt? Would you like to hear some more salt? Other tools, okay. Pictures shut the ignorances right up. Sometimes, I think being unreasonably pessimistic is just as unrealistic as being unreasonably optimistic. Basically, I got my email about how many Prima Gems I got from last version's stream event, and I didn't get the initial level rewards, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't because I didn't stream enough, because I did go over the time on it just to be the time requirement just to be sure, unless they initially evaluated me falsely. But that's true, but it can also condition you to interpret good events as bad events. It can make you see the bad side of things in a way that isn't necessarily healthy. Yeah, exactly. The ideal thing is to have an even-keeled perspective to try to see reality as it is. But it gave me a bit of a reality check because, you know, when I looked at the stream event, I never really thought of the money. I was just sort of, oh, free Prima Gems. But I was sort of, you know, of course I wouldn't get the ones for initial rewards because this is the Fontaine patch, and a lot of people who literally don't play this game, who are big streamers, are going to play this game because people are going to be interested in seeing it. The money prize is the important part, not the Prima Gems, because the entire point is to get streamers who are popular who don't normally play this game to play this game for them with a promise of monetary rewards and maybe a bit of extra currency to roll with, so that people who don't normally watch this game will see this game and maybe play it. It's not to... The entire point of limiting the reward tiers is in numerically, not just having it be infinite, is because otherwise, you know, if you played this game at all, you could just hook up Twitch and not even talk or anything and just have it on there and get some free Prima Gems. That's not the reason they run these events. The reason is to get streamers that normally don't play the game and people who don't normally watch the game and play the game to see the game and maybe play it more. Yeah, exactly. And, you know, I was sort of, you know, why am I actually mad about this? And at the end, it was sort of, I'm mad at myself for not realizing why this was happening. You know, I got the full rewards last patch, but, you know, it's the reason why is because 3.8 is... It's a dead patch. It's right before a new region, and you know nobody's playing. You know, nobody's gonna be. If they could stream some other flavor of the month game, like you know Only Up, they would do that instead of stream Valerian Mirage or some event when player interest is going to be at an all-time low, or at least a yearly low in the cycle. And eating fish, dive suit really work. Explode underwater, drag watery depths, never to be seen again. Help you. So photos underwater for you, aid me, generous soul, heat remuneration. So free recompense will be rich, good underwater scenery, brand new equipment, a few more spots. But also I've been farming lots of new Valette talent books to hopefully level him up. Skills to 999 and use him on a good team with Beto. Yeah, exactly. And that's not just players, it would be streamers too. Yeah. A lot of people are just, I want to play Fontaine, but then I have to go through Samara, and it's just sort of... Samaru's really good too. The Samaru Archon quest is, in terms of ones who've actually seen the entirety of, easily the best. You know, we won't know if Fontaine is better until it's finished, but Samaru's good. I've done a bit of pre-farming, not everything, and I'll also need to get more talent books for Beto, because I want to level her up as well, level her skills up as well, because she doesn't really use reactions, so she's very much... If you want her max output, you need high talent damage. But it shouldn't be too bad. We'll see, we'll see. He might be annoying. We'll see. Tools in your capable hands wait for you on the shore. Don't jinx it. Target object, field of view will be displayed. Set objects, okay. Searching the area, Bresson recommended. Okay. I hope not, but... Again, we won't know until we actually meet him. He might be a villain, and not the cool kind. Camera Club. Skill of 1 taking it. I'm being realistic. Try not to be overly optimistic or overly pessimistic. I will take things as they come. Outdated cameras. I'll see. I'll see about that one. Depends on how bullyable you make yourself. Okay. Trouble, better equipment takes better photos. Artistry, photography. Engineering is the key. Okay. You'd like to ask me... Yeah. It's also just crazy that in 2 days we'll get entirely new areas. I'm excited. Diving, mushrooms, and fish. Body is different. Dark environment, breathless. Oh, he has thalassophobia. Oh, that's sad. Oh, nice. All the R&R. Oh, that's crazy. Economy of sigils. The key seals? Okay, be on the shore. Okay. Well, I'm proud of you. So, you can take heart in that. Okay. Excellent performance. Go to quick swap and put this in there. Okay. Social camera. I know that there are a lot of people who were initially afraid of playing Fontaine because of the water aspect, but they made the underwater areas very, very bright, which countered a lot of thalassophobia issues for most people. Yeah. We'll see how often this happens in the future. Okay. Chromatic Fontamer Aberrant. Photo taking spot. Okay. Cinechromatic Fontamer Aberrant. Never. Well, have some more faith in yourself. Okay. Sunken object. Okay, that might be the boat. Might be the boat. Okay. Fontamer Aberrants nearby. So we've got... We need all 3 kinds. So we've got... the ray over there. I want to take a picture of this one with all the others in here. Okay. Let's take a nice picture like this. Okay, that's good. Photographed 1 out of 3. Some dumb stuff in record time. Give yourself some more credit. Give yourself some more credit. Normal fish. Wait, you can't? Really? As in from underwater or just in general? Oh, as in from underwater. That's just a game balance thing. If they made that possible, I feel like they would have to make you grab a lot for Flow of Sandre Ferrymen, and that would cancel out any possible benefit. Okay, so the next one is going to be... How should I get over there quickly? We'll see. Come on. Also, Furina's passive is getting a shorter cooldown on Fontamer Aberrant abilities, which is honestly really, really underwhelming. I understand why they didn't want to do something like they did with Nahida again for various reasons. Yeah. It is a little silly. But I was expecting for them to do something a bit more impactful than that. Also, what's interesting is that her abilities are basically Fontamer Aberrant Seahorses, Fontamer Aberrant Ball Octopi, and I believe a Fontamer Aberrant Crab, which implies beyond the box jellyfish we're getting that we're going to probably get a Seahorse and an Octopus ability, which is going to be cool, given that we're getting a lot of more areas as well. It's a good thing that we can do this mid-combat. Okay, there we go. 2 out of 3, and last one is going to be... Where is the last... Oh, it's just over there. That's nice. Take a picture of the only one left, which is going to be the walrus. Yeah, exactly. Which is probably going to require some explanation on what they actually kind of are. So we'll see. Okay, let's go over and take a picture of this guy. This is... I think I did this. Must have gone. Yeah, I think I did. Take a picture of it from behind. No, from the side. Okay. There we go. You know what? I may as well just save the screenshots. It's more fun that way. Okay, and... Oh, interesting. So that Really was just the crystal. Okay, now they're attacking. Now they're attacking. Guess I've been forced to fight. I've been forced into combat with these beautiful creatures. That's so sad. Well, you know, more materials for New Valette, I guess. And it is nice that these go through walls. Okay, so that's been it. We can say a prayer for them, I guess. Oh, and also, we need to go over and talk to Berry Puff one more time. He wonders how Berry Puff is doing. Okay. Gotten used to feeding it. Let's go check on it again. Yeah, I really feel like Fiorina has to use these barrel conchs. Because who else is going to do it? Who else is going to do it? Okay, so we can go over, talk to the walrus. Okay. It's going to be in here. Yeah. I feel like it would make sense for her to use them. They have a decent aesthetic, and if she's going to relate to things that are found underwater specifically, I feel like xenochromatic cooldown reduction and using something underwater for her ascension would go well together. You are gotten so big. Very puffy-er. We're feeding it? Blub blub. Oh! It actually changed the name for that. That's funny. Send it back to the sea? Okay. Yeah, given that we're apparently getting a new area, is in the area around that tower in 4.2. There's probably going to be at least one new specialty there, but it might get used by Charlotte. That's true, but at the very same time, if Fiorina isn't just going to lose her gnosis, she's going to become literally a human. Not just an Archon with a vessel, but literally just a normal human with an actual vision. She won't even have her own powers outside of her vision, apparently. Which, I guess it would make more sense. Might make some sense for use sort of more common material. Also, I would argue that Raiden's materials aren't rare at all. They might be only on Seirai, but Amakumo fruit are very, very easy to get. You can just snap them up like nothing. Yeah, the first Archon that we can't have as an Archon. But that said, you can argue that the same might be true of maybe Zhongli and Venti, to an extent. Just under intention looks a bit hesitant. What doesn't it want to leave? Must feel like a home. Or, like any time you want. Take it outside, and is it gonna actually go? Or, huh. Weird. Blub blub. Okay. The direction of the aquarium doesn't want to leave. Doesn't seem to mean that, old friend is here. Yeah. But I guess you could say that Raiden and Nahida are not in disguise. They are openly governing their nation and aren't wearing something. Venti and Zhongli have their funny cloaked Archon forms, and they're shown as that in cutscenes, and I guess some of it might be to sort of illustrate the distinction between them being their Archon form and their vessel. But in cutscenes, Nahida's outfit looks very similar to Rico Devada's outfit, though to be fair, it's already quite white. And A is wearing something largely similar to what she wore in the past. So it's interesting. Grown as you're grown up, still have fun with your friends. No, and take good care of yourself. A little reluctant to leave, as if saying goodbye, remember something. Wait, direction of the aquarium twice. Oh, Guess we need to go back and check inside the aquarium. Pulling out, take a look at, well, obviously something marked by the sound wave symbol. Turning somehow, go take a look. And this is Echoing Conch, and a luxurious chest. How nice. Gift waiting for us, efforts haven't been wasted. Okay, a nice kid. Bubbly, chubby, creative evolution. Creative evolution. I wonder what's the description here gonna be? Small but beast as it goes big and strong. Okay. There are some people saying that this quest kind of implied that xenochromatic creatures are humans of some sort. I'm not sure how much I believe that. Either way, we did get all of these. Well, we are getting that octopus with our anniversary rewards. Yeah, it's interesting. Clockwork Mecha. Oh, nice. We can go here and actually fight them too. Okay, they wouldn't infinitely respawn, so if we wanted to be funny, we could make our life impossible and prevent ourselves from completing the event by killing all the mecha in our world. Because then there wouldn't be anything to take a picture of. Yeah. But I suppose, well, given that they never fight back, that they never actually try to protect those animals, I think that's a bit of a harder sell. I don't know. Being silly and crazy and goofy. But don't worry, I don't actually plan on doing that. Not that dumb. Okay, go over here and blow them all up, and there's just a bit more, and that should... Once it disappears, yep, there we go. I'll just wait for that vaporize. Hello, hello. Okay. Guess we can use this to get that little tiny bit of HP back, but... You know what, we could fish over here. We could fish over here. Either way, we're gonna kill these things. No, no. You're gonna bully. Okay. That already photographed 1 out of 4. And, oh goodness, that almost. Nimble Harvester. Okay. Oh goodness. You're gonna make me suffer by not bullying me. That's creative. Okay. Reverse psychology. Yeah. Can make me miss the bullying. Okay, come on. Oh wow, that was big damage. Come on, and yeah, that's really, really impressive damage there. That's the power of VV, I guess. Oh, interesting. They didn't drop anything, so I would guess that maybe they actually spawn more in. If you just go away, more will spawn back. Possibly. Scenic Attraction. Oh, that's fun. There's one over there, and probably gonna be Numa then. Okay, we can do a bit of fishing here. Let's do that. I do feel like I'd like to get Flow of Asandre Ferryman before the... Well, that said, maybe not before the next patch. Maybe just before Fiorina. Because given that it does help with E-skill, it might be good for her. Given that the only 4-star HP sword is going to be on the weapon banner. And I don't roll for weapons. That said... Given that... Do you mean Key of Kajnasut? You do... I'm talking about the dock. The dock is the only 4-star HP substat sword. And it's going to be added next patch. And to be fair, I guess I could roll on... Oh, wait, but... No, they're not going to be rerunning at the same time. So, Uventi and Hutao... I guess maybe, given that one of them is going to be home. No. Flow Sundry Ferryman? I don't have that one already. I don't have it yet. That's not the HP sword. What it is it's a skill damage sword that gives you a bit of temporary ER, which is probably going to be good for Fiorina, though to be fair, so will Fav, probably. She has crit rate ascension, by the way. But I think she gets a bonus to her skill damage and some other things. To her skill damage specifically, up to 40,000 max HP. And I'm wondering how worth it would be to basically max out her HP. Because honestly, we don't know what the interval on her skill procs is going to be. So we don't know how good her application or DPS is going to be until it's actually shown us. Yeah, it's basically a slightly worse Fav in most cases. But maybe for Fiorina, it might be as good or better. Just because she's going to be a character who all of her damage output is going to come from her skill. What did he remember? That I said it would be as good as Fav? Not that one. Did it actually switch mid-bite? Took it back, so I don't know. Yeah, exactly. That's why it's actually very good for Al-Haytham, too. Because of the fact that almost all of his damage is just based on his skill. You know, his burst is good too, but mostly it's going to be a skill. But of course, you can split the difference and just get Wolffang. Also, Wolffang might also be good for Fiorina. That said, it might be sort of oversaturation on crit rate. So you would need probably a crit damage circlet. At the very least, not a crit rate circlet, because then you'd almost certainly go over cap. Also, of course, Fiorina, given that all her damage, her burst doesn't even deal damage, I'm pretty sure. Besides her normals, which are nothing to write home about, aside from, you know, Usi or Numa application, depending on which one you feel like, it's just skill damage. So all of her damage is going to get buffed by Golden Troop. And, like I said, since her skill procs aren't based on any kind of character damage type or movement or animation, she's basically going to be like a Hydro official. Yeah, skill damage skill issue. But she's definitely gonna want to use Golden Troop, which I want to see what pieces I have, because I think I have a crit rate circlet on official. I'll check. But either way, it's good that she isn't really directly competing with official in the artifacts department, because, you know, very clearly she doesn't want an attack circlet. She wants a... Let's just check what I have in terms of Golden Troop right now. Let's go, and Golden Troop is... Let's see, okay. Oh, okay, that's probably going to be really good. We've got ER, and she does have a pretty high burst cost. Crit damage, and oh right, I didn't even use an electro damage goblet on her. Okay. EM attack, okay. This one is probably going to be better. It's got more crit damage, it's got 4 already, and do I have... It's HP, which might be about as... Okay, that's also Hydro damage. So I think I might actually have a decent set for Fiorina already. I don't have anything... Okay, that's crit damage with an HP substat, but I'd have to see whether I could get a better goblet or circlet in terms of... Okay, HP and crit damage. Okay, that's got HP on it. Should be... HP... Crit damage. Yeah, I think I should have a pretty good lineup for Fiorina already. We'll see. That does have... This has crazy crit damage. This is like absolutely cracked flower for official. But... Yeah. Putting Golden Troop on official is very nice. I still can't one round Dendrohypostasis, which is sad. Maybe I could do it with Cyno, but it'd be hard to do that reliably. The only character I need to fight Dendrohypostasis for ever again for is Kaveh, who I have no interest in building until I get Newly when she comes back. So Clockwork Mecha around, and one is a dog. That's nice. This one is... Oh, interesting. This is a very nice picture. The camera is so sensitive for this one, though. It's a nice picture of a dog. Oh, and it had the HP in it for whatever reason. That's kind of funny. Oh, and there's one over there. Oh, weird. Okay, and that's just a normal hit. Honestly, let's just take a picture of you. Mid-combat. Okay, I like that. I actually like that a lot. Okay. And Lynette, I want to... Honestly, I could have just... Instead of going for a real sort of mid-combat pick, I could have just deactivated you, and you wouldn't really be doing anything. Let's see. Come on, move out of the way, and... Go for that. Oh, goodness. Do that again. You knocked me out of my skill animation, too. 2 characters with Vav means easy use burst. Nice, and, well, we didn't really need that back, but that's fine. Okay, so we've taken a picture of all those Clockwork Mecha, and what's going to be next? It's going to be Fontanian Canine, 3 different kinds. Okay, Gentleman Poodles and Lady Poodles and Guard Poodles. Someone quite curious. What is going to be a Fontanian Bird? Sell them for scientific research, oh goodness. Okay. What makes them special is very clearly the fact that they literally have wigs. Literally dogs with wigs. Okay. Let's go over and... Okay. Should have a bit more Fontanian canines around, so... Nice, we can take pictures of both of these dogs at once. Is it going to be Lady Poodle and... Oh, okay, so it's going to be literally the same photo twice. Okay. Come on. Okay, the lady poodle, and oh, it's not even tracking the gentleman poodle because we already got that one. So 2 identical pictures, but we had to take it twice because of all that. That is fine. That is fine. Okay. The other one over here is, that's going to be a guard poodle. Okay. Okay. Come on, come on. What I really do wonder is what bosses Fiorina and Charlotte are going to use. So I do feel as if they're going to have to introduce more bosses in 4.2, especially if they've got a new area. But I feel like, especially given that we've literally got an ice element Numa boss. And apparently Charlotte's going to be Numa. They changed it from Usia, apparently. But maybe, maybe. But I feel like she might just use Icewind again. But it would be weird to have a character, to have a boss that so far literally only gets used for 4-star characters. We have never had a boss like that so far. We've had bosses that have only been used for 5-star characters, but no bosses that have only been for 4 stars. That would raise the question of, okay, who is... Assuming it's sort of 2 per. Or maybe it's going to be only one character uses that component, and they're going to count that as one boss, and just have it be another boss that only 2 characters use. I don't know, though. The mirror, okay. Right, I gotta... Not you, I gotta take a picture of the dog. Okay, there we go. Hello. And that's done. Okay. Did not mean to shoot my... Oh my goodness. Imagine if they could have taken damage. I would have felt very bad. Yeah. What's the question? Need a cough drop. Okay. I guess I could just take a picture of the Antoine Roger aircraft if I felt like it. Not close enough. The whale is not going to be in the Elenos ring. The Elenos... For one, the whale is a weekly boss. And there's only one weekly boss that has an actual overruled location. And... For one... It's... I'm sorry. I'm not mad at you, I just don't think that's going to be the case. So that one does work, but we are just gonna... We're gonna go to the suitable spots, just to be normal about it. Well, it's not impossible, but it's just... I feel like it would be weird. Because it looks like a standard boss arena. It's not even just about the size, it's about the fact that it's a very standard boss arena. And Andreas is in the world, but it's a very different kind of arena. I think they might introduce a different new boss that we just haven't seen yet. And that's going to be what we get with fun. Oh my goodness. Made that run away. That was... Of course there... Oh, come on. Need to... Yeah. Okay. Oh, well... That bird is gone now. Yeah. It's a very standard world boss kind of arena. I hope it doesn't get used for the whale. It wouldn't even make sense. Also, given that they're adding the tower over here in 4.2, that nobody knows what it's for, and it seems to reach... Well, there's an Aquabus dialogue line that implies that there's an idea of having a tower as basically a breathing spout for an underwater city. I feel like it might be a Remurian or outright abyssal city under there, and that's where we're going to fight the whale. That's my hunch. Because if they're adding an entirely new area in 4.2, I feel like the weekly boss is going to maybe be there. If that area's Archon Quest related. But, you know, I could very easily be wrong. Especially given that we have... I guess you could make an argument about Dvalin and Andreas, given that, you know, they were added on launch, and every area that was in launch was added on launch. Mirage event? Valeria Mirage? I think if you're talking about the genius kid, I think it's very possible that... Already photographed, huh? That the kid genius could be related to the Institute. Let's see. Oh, goodness. Let's take it. There we go. Okay. Barely got that one. It's literally disappearing. That's funny. But Oh, interesting. I bet we could take a picture of that dog. Yeah, we could. We could... If we had wanted to, we could have gone here and just taken a picture of every kind of dog together. But we didn't do that. As in... the one about Fontaine? Or, oh, well... Yeah, in the sense of flying up high to avoid flooding. Is that it? I can see that. I think it could have definitely been foreshadowing, but I want to see where that kid genius is. Because that seems like the kind of thing that's definitely going to get follow-up. Yeah, we literally read their letter. And they weren't Layla. We know that Layla exists, so it stands to reason that, as a Fontanian person, might see them again. Oh, goodness. Not the sleep-talking dad. Okay, but like I was saying, I think we'll probably end up seeing that kid eventually, maybe in conjunction with the Institute. We'll see. Over there, violet gold angler gull. Well, there are more than 4 kinds. We could have taken a picture of another kind of them there. Okay. Picture of dogs, robots, birds, and xenochromatic creatures, sunken objects. Names of the ship and underwater creatures. So there's one over here, and yeah, it's just gonna be Basil's shipwreck. Okay. Found charming in the photos. Oh, probably. Go over here. And okay, so it is right over there, but I want to get a wider angle. Just for the sake of my neuroticism. Welcome back. Okay. A bit of that. There we go. The other part of the sunken ship is, well, that wasn't great. At least we can just heal ourselves, though. Don't think these are gonna... Just touch these. They aren't gonna explode when we touch them, which is nice. Another underwater object. Did not mean to click. Okay. Oh, sunken object. Is that gonna be... Is this another ship? This is... Oh, it's a giant spine of something. Interesting. Okay. Well, how far away can I get? Can I get everything in one shot? Let's see. Okay, I can't get close enough, it seems. Maybe. Yeah. Seem like we can actually get everything in a picture. Actually, we can. That's good. There we go. Cool. And the last ones are going to be... It's going to be the airship. Some kind of touristy thing. But yeah, this is a very... Oh, large new Musia. Okay. So just have them do this in order. Tuan Roger, and the other one is going to be over there, I guess. Well, okay. What do you mean by creative theories? Over big... That mountain over there, and then Mount Asus over there. Okay. We will just continue onward. Oceanid from... What Oceanid from the summer event? What do you mean? That Idia is Fiorina? Oh, that's not just creative. I'm gonna be a little mean. That's not creative. That's stupid. Their lore is literally incompatible. There's no reasonable way that Idia could be Fiorina. Because... I mean, maybe, barring in extraordinary circumstances, maybe, but it just... Idia has her own entirely separate backstory, and she explicitly did not go back to Fontaine. It wouldn't make any sense for Idia to be Fiorina. And we can just keep shooting this thing. Good thing we were able to make use of that taunt, and I can just that back. I could have probably used my burst, but it didn't make that much of a difference. That's fair, but if you're talking about things that were sort of a teaser, the more obvious thing in relation to Valorian Mirage would just be that it was an event that told us about the sort of backstory of the previous Hydro Archon dying and the Fontaine and the Oceanids all running away for people who hadn't done Wishful Drops, which was an event that happened before I even played the game, or hadn't done the Girdle of the Sands quests, which is very reasonable. There are a lot of people who don't do world quests like that. But such a kinney, oh my goodness. Okay. Let's go and take a picture of the airship. I don't know. Some people are workaholics. Okay, let's take a picture of this guy. Hello. Maybe it might have been a bit better from above, but I like how big that makes it look. Large New Lucia relay. Okay, that's not working. Okay, I'm lazy too. Don't get that twisted. New Lucia relay. Beauty and his... Oh, actually, right, that's the big spire. That's the spire, okay. Interesting, because I guess that implies that some sort of Tesla coil style. Nikola Tesla had the idea before he died. And, you know, it was, you know, basically just theoretical, but he speculated that you could basically provide free energy. Well, I work very hard for things I'm interested in, but honestly, the amount of things I'm interested in is not all that wide, or at least not all that practical. So, I think a lot of people would consider me lazy because of that, and I would not. Interesting, we can actually get 3 different spots to take a picture. You can take a picture of any part we want. Basically, free energy via sort of through-the-air transmission of... Wait, did I not do this? This is interesting. You can kick them. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you. I appreciate your faith in me. Okay, and let's go and get rid of this guy. 1, 2. It might have just come back. That's possible too. Come on. And get that and go for a bit of a run. Okay, cool. And we've only got that area alert mech left. Generally. So we can just get rid of that. Okay. I feel like I've done this already. Something seems wrong to me. Yeah, see? It just reset that even though we'd already gotten the chest from it. For whatever reason. I guess for people who really, really enjoy interacting with those New Lucia stands, I guess. Yeah. Well, I do have... My world has infamously had a lot of weird things and problems happen in it. So it's not outside of the realm of possibility, in any sense. Okay, nice. Get a swirl, and there we go. And nice. Did crit, but it's fine. So we've taken pictures of everything. We can collect our rewards, and... What do you mean, trust? It's the opposite of trust. I'm saying that it's literally betrayed me in the past. Hajime Mosh Tenshi, how are you doing? I was just doing a photos event. You know, the Bogos Binted event. Okay. Dying? School? Sounds about right. Well, either way, I'm just about to actually do Abyss. So you came in at a very good time, actually. Always school. Yeah. How was that Ohio game? Oh, wait. That's Docs. Oof. I mean, how was that football game? How was that football game? How was that football game? Go school. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Go. 100. Goal. Me when I score a goal in football. 120. I'll be able to hit 124 pity at the very least when I roll for Nouvelette. And we did get some more guides, which is going to be nice. Some more Heroes Wits too. But either way, I am just about to. It's Abyss time. This Abyss is actually fun. Real-time docs. Yeah. That'll teach you to watch me on Twitch. But, like I was saying, this Abyss isn't all that hard, which is good, because it means I can actually use my Lyney team. Recovers or... Oh, okay, this is really, really, really good for Lyney. The previous one was not as good. It was also an HP change one, but it was about attack, which he has so much of, and about EM, which does not benefit him at all. But, well, besides school making you die. Yeah. I think I said it looked like a consecrated beast, right? Well, the armor on it reminds me of a consecrated beast, personally. That might just be me being kind of crazy. This one over here. Okay, here's the thing. You can't discuss leaks during the event period, but they don't watch anything you do outside of the event period. If they told me to stop and offered me money, I would stop. But nothing like that has happened, so I see no reason. Okay. I feel like using Monohydra on the second half would actually work okay. Well, I feel like, yeah, I could try using... Right, and that's even Usia, but on the second half we've got Numa. So maybe, but Kaza's still better there. Kaza is still better there. The music's really, really good. Fontaine music's awesome. It's interesting to think that we've only gotten one sort of European-based region before Fontaine. And that was just Mondstadt, and every region after that has been some kind of Eastern music. I like that there's variety, but it's interesting to see them trying sort of Western-styled music again after 3 or so years of experience. Yeah, exactly. I talk about leaks when I play Pikmin. Mihoyo is not watching me play Pikmin. Okay. I guess we can actually try using the Lyney team for this. In order, it's going to be you, and you. Kaza, Bennett, and Dia. Okay. Second half, I want to go sort of mono. Hydro, it would be... I guess I could actually use Lynette with that then. Maybe. Or... That said, the shred isn't that amazing. I don't know. We'll see. Could go something like this. But actually, she would benefit from her shred because of the damage she deals, so... I don't know. I really don't know. Okay. Go and maybe just... Maybe start it off with a charged shot with Tartaglia and then go for the others. But I do feel like using Lynette because she is a silly character. It said, oh, but what sword would I use on her? Because I don't have a good ER sword. Who's... Oh, Ratheslia. Oh, Yupeng Chen. Yupeng Chen was the head of the sound team. But as good as he was, a lot of the newer tracks that people have liked weren't even by him. So for better or worse, people are kind of overstating, in my opinion, how much will be lost without him. Anyway, he was literally the leader of the team, but it's not like... Most of the Fontaine music so far... Literally all the Fontaine music so far, he wasn't even involved. Kaza. Okay. Yeah. Kaza is goated. Kaza is absolutely goated. Actually, I could... Oh, she could actually make good use out of Amanoma. Given that... Okay, that's... Okay, 12 flat energy restoration is going to work too. I literally never said that Yelan was my favorite character. I would honestly say that right now, Nuvolette is my favorite character. He is literally a wizard dragon. Once I have Nuvolette and I build him, I'm going to use him a lot more than I'm using Lyney right now. But I do like Lyney. Right now, I would say that just because I like that he can engage with Fontaine mechanics. Right now, when they are very plainly the most relevant they have ever been and will ever be. Well, at least that is during Fontaine. Okay, so... I've got so many characters at this point. I know it's just sort of a bragging, suffering from success kind of thing. But it makes it kind of hard to look through characters sometimes. Graveyard of memes. Oh, okay. Okay. Make that joke all you like. It isn't entirely wrong. But I'll never beat those allegations. So we should Tartaglia first, and then go over, and this is gonna be... We'll run Mono Pyro and Mono Hydro on each side, and get a bit of Numa and Usi on each side too. Max HP, not that good. Probably. I wouldn't even deny that, honestly. I am very... Oh, interesting. Okay, so if we just go over here, we can try this out, and then Lyney can go for a few hits. Just a couple. Good damage, good damage. Oh, come on. Okay, and go over here. Kaza. He's good. I still use him for a lot of things. There we go. Big Lyney damage. Nice. And just one hit. Not the size, but the shape. Oh my goodness. About Rethesli. About how you were talking about his cake, and I said, it's well-shaped, but not particularly big, because it's true. It is true. In terms of size, it's really nothing special. Okay. Oh, wait, did I? Oh, what? Oh my goodness, I used the entire... I used the wrong burst. Oh my goodness. I thought I was going for Lynette, but... Okay, okay. It's true. It's not about the size. It's not about the size. It's about the shape. Well, I've incriminated myself enough for today. I've humiliated and incriminated myself enough for today. Okay, cool, nice. And, oh, interesting. So that actually did go over, get Dia down there. Hello. Nice, and we've got a bit of damage, and go over a bit more, and there we go. So we got the attack buff, my talent. What about it specifically? Also, I missed out on some energy there, I think. Just the damage. Well, this is Abyss 4-9. It's not really supposed to be all that hard. I would be kind of humiliated if I wasn't doing this much damage. Okay, nice, and get this back. Thank you, thank you. You know, I need some at least. Go and finish this out there, and there we go. Yeah. This isn't an incredibly optimized team. The Mono Hydra works pretty well on other floors, but only really when it can get a lot of damage bonus from Kaza. Because Hydro Swirls suck, because as you may or may not know, they don't deal any extra damage. They just apply the element for whatever reason. Which is why most Mono Hydro teams can be strictly upgraded by adding even just one Electro unit to get some actual reactions down. It's kind of crazy, honestly. Yeah, it's an unnecessary nerf. There's really not that much of a reason for it, other than just overzealousness about balance that was not really necessary. It's not half as strong as they expected it to be, which is just kind of silly. Okay, come on, and go for a few more shots before this burst finishes up. Come on, and go, come on. Over there, and it's just going to be a few of you now. It just said, no, not today, not today. Decided to clown on me. Okay, and we can just go for a couple of swirls. Hello, hello. Nice, and yeah, I really don't need to try too hard for this. These fours. Dia is not here for show. Dia is here. The thing with Zhongling on a Dia team is that she increases its damage percentage, but it removes literally all of your defense. You get healing from Bennett, but it doesn't even heal you up to full. And you've got permanent pyro on you, which means you're taking reaction damage from every single attack. The reason I have Dia on there is because Lyney is incredibly squishy, and as a bow character, he has no poise. If he gets hit by any attack, he's going to stagger, and that's going to be a real DPS loss. When people say, oh, Zhongli, shielders, interruption resistance... Okay, you don't know how... Well, no offense, but you literally don't know how Lyney works. Lyney gets a huge damage bonus from having other pyro characters in his team, up to 3 total, including him. And he doesn't work with Toma. Because Toma procs on normals, and Lyney doesn't use his normals. So Dia is legitimately a really good choice for him, also because she batteries him. She produces a lot of particles, which helps him get his burst back up and allows him to invest more in offensive stats instead of ER. All I'm going to say is, if you're going to talk crap about Dia, I'm going to explain why I use her, because it's not for simping reasons. At least not here. Here I'm using her because she actually has a use case here. Okay. Okay, well, I'll try to be nicer. I can't promise I'll succeed. Okay, and see if we can go over here and make use of this. Oh my goodness. They don't teach, well, they should, clearly. Okay, and go over like this. I do definitely try way too hard with my team comps. That said, it doesn't stop me from messing up a lot of the time, so. Okay, come on, and if we just dodge out of the way. Come on, and just this over here. Okay. Yeah. You should ask your teacher to make a Genshin team comp building class. I'm sure they would both understand and be happy to hear it. Clearly. And we can get rid of that now. Oh my goodness. Oh. So, getting hit. Oh, come on. What? What are you gonna say to me? What are you gonna say to me? Okay, and if we go over here, we can just shoot that guy and shoot you. Move out of the way and go for another. Come on. Here we go, and... Yeah, earlier today I was talking about statistics. Because people were saying something about future story stuff. Specifically, they were saying that New Valette will turn evil, because obviously this region has to have a dragon boss and a Fatui boss, when that pattern has only held true for half of the regions we've got so far, and arguably even less than half, because I don't count the quote-unquote dragon boss we got in Sumeru as a real dragon boss. It's literally just a trash mob inside a dragon. That's fair. But if you've saved yourself, that's probably for the better. Failed my math exam, but oh my goodness. That's honestly worse than failing a math exam. Okay, come on. Let's go over here and use that to get that away, and that... Okay. Forget who it was specifically, but I remember it was some group where sort of so-and-so, I finished my chemistry homework, and someone just responded on Twitter and said, he doesn't care. Yeah, a lot of the things we're talking about are things from leaks, which not everyone even pays attention to for various reasons. The thing with Tartaglia is that he's good, but he's a good all-rounder. And generally speaking, if you have the ability to field someone who's a specialist, the specialist will work better. But Pyro, that's... might be bad. I really do feel like trying to go with this team further. Trying really hard to make good on that investment, huh? I think... for better or worse, if you sold your account, that would mean you would never be able to play again, even if you wanted to. Which, if that's your intention, I understand, but... yeah, that's probably your intention, right? I think... oh, yeah, exactly. You're not the first person who shilled something in this chat. Also, if... oh, I forgot to tell you, but... honestly... if you know an artist who does commissions, who you'd like to see me get a design from, tell me. Because I don't know what you like. You know, if there's anyone I should be paying attention to, it's my audience. So, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, get over here and... well, I got my A and say. Okay, that's... yeah, this is simple. Okay, there we go. And we didn't get those particles back, did we? But yeah, it's just... honestly, the problem is less being broke and more... I want something that'll look good and that I won't have to replace or want to replace if I get any bigger. Okay. I was just wondering. It's no problem. Okay, and just go over here and go this way and make use of this and go. The shred will work. Hopefully. Maybe. So let's just... Okay. We are dodging. We are dodging. Oh my goodness. We managed to dodge a lot more of those attacks than I expected. Okay. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. Starting to make you do work for me. Yeah, that robot sucks. In terms of the mecha that you actually really want, you really have to just actually neutralize with Annihilation, that one's the biggest, especially in its Usia form with the fire. The fire is crazy. Well, you know, if you're gonna say it like that, you're not gonna make me want to stop. Okay. Here we go. As you know, it would just be a continuation of the same. Well, I appreciate you clipping the dumb deaths. So I'm gonna have to get this one down with just... Yep, exactly. Not even... It's crazy. Literally just normals with the attack buff because they're immune to Pyro. That's so silly. Well, that's fine. Well, I appreciate it. It's a valuable service. It exists for a reason. Okay, and go over here, swirl everyone, hopefully get everyone inside this first radius. Come on, come on. Okay, and... Okay. Oh my goodness, we killed the Dia's hit. It's crazy. But yeah, the thing with Dia is she provides damage mitigation, and given that Lyney relies on being able to drain his HP, which requires being over a certain HP threshold, and is a bow character who really, really causes great. The next time he comes around, please get him. You owe it to yourself. Lyney really wants... Oh, goodness. Come on. Come on. Oh, but that's going to be kind of silly. Let's just go over there and go use this and see if we can go over here and shoot. There we go. Nice. Apply some Riptide, but keep going around. I can't really get you with the Riptide. Also, it doesn't help that since I don't have any Lynette cons, I don't have any kind of crowd control on her. Hajime Machitenshi, it's good to see you again. How are you doing? Scott and Kokomi, welcome back. That's fair. Okay, so we can keep on going. Yeah, exactly. How is Faye Brenna going? How is their sacred undead character going? We are waiting on bated breath for more news. So we can go over here and make use of this. 3 sessions. Oh, wow. That is a lot faster than other campaigns I've been in, and I mean that entirely in a good way. It's nothing unlike a campaign that just goes on forever and nothing happens in it. Okay, and there we go. Brenna arc's completed. Oh, interesting. So 3 sessions worth of things have happened. So what happened? Okay, and we can go... Yeah, exactly. That's cool. Just go over here. We can... Oh, goodness. So we can dodge that, but... Oh, I don't really need to throw like that, do I? Okay, probably. Okay, we've already got a lot over here. Okay, let's actually go over and... There we go. Nice. Riptide Blast. Wait, did it not do... I don't think it even did a Riptide Blast, did it? Oh, right, because I... Well, whatever. Because none of them had Riptide on them. That was silly. Wanted to end it with style, and no style was had. Okay, let's check out the opponent's details. So that's going to want Mino Hydro, and the next one is going to want... Okay. Okay. Should be fine. I think this Prima Geovishap is not fire, so that'll work better. Oh, right! The fact that he turns into a human, that it mentions the prophecy and explicitly mentions him walking with a cane. That was so cool. What I really like... Okay, the coolest thing possible when fiction does illusions is when they're both allusions to something and have their own meaning in the text. What? You were not going to play this game. You weren't going to go back and play the game again. You were talking about selling your account. But, like I was saying, essentially, the whole deal with Nouvelette and that riddle, it's both a reference to, the old Greek riddle of, what walks on four feet in the 4 limbs in the morning, 2 limbs in the afternoon, and 3 limbs in the evening, and yeah, it's humanity, it's a person. And it was both a reference to that, a joke, saying, oh, it's something else, but that something else was true in the context of the narrative and had its own meaning. And that's... The horse's name was Friday. He rode into town on Friday. Did I just get an iCarly reference in chat? But, exactly. It's like object permanence with babies. If you don't see it, it doesn't exist. But, as I was saying, I would like to think that the same thing is kind of true with Kokomi. Because Kokomi's constellation is Sleeping Dragon, which is a reference to the real-life Chinese historical figure Kongming, or Zhuge Liang, or Komei as he's known in Japanese, who was very, very famous tactician from the Three Kingdoms period, who has a lot of fictional representation, or like ADHD. What's the difference? What's the difference? But, as I was saying, so it references the fact that Kokomi is a tactician, even if her showing in Inazuma did her really, really unfairly. You know, I am glad that Kokomi got an event. 2 events where she was a big character and was not just a stupid clown like they made her out to be in the crappy Inazuma Archon quest. I'm glad that she got some respect on her name. But it's also, at least people thought, and I think it might still be true, that it might be a reference to Kokomi being basically an incarnation of the Hydro Dragon. Because Neuvillette is probably that too. Probably sort of the second people are saying. But that doesn't mean Kokomi couldn't be the third. Because if there's a successor-based system, and they're incarnating as humans now, you know, it could... We don't know how the title is passed down. We don't even know how Archon titles are passed down specifically. But in the case where there's a successor, because we've got the whole deal with Ijiri Folklores, which is not the same as Nahida and Rukkhadevata or A and Makoto. But it's possible that Neuvillette being a dragon does not mean that Kokomi is not a dragon too. If you want a Genshin-inspired D&D campaign for me to stream, you might get it. This is why you need to be careful what you wish for. Wait, what? These are baseless accusations. These are baseless accusations. Okay, let's go over here and try the rest of these. Come on. We need to get so that these guys over here, we need to make sure they don't explode. That's the big thing. Okay, nice. And switch and shoot. That's not great. Come on. Cruel. Well, okay. I have no problem with crazy theories as long as they have evidence. Crazy theories are the best one. They just need backing. That's the thing. A lot of people will make crazy theories with absolutely nothing to back them up. Crazy theories with backing are the absolute best kind. Tears streaming down. What are you, Neuvillette? Is it raining? Is it raining now? Okay. Let's go over here and go for a bit more. Okay, come on. It's facts when you have swag. I don't know. Me. Okay. Well, let's see if we can get a few more over here. Sushi. Okay, I hope I can get this down. But there's so much. We need to... Okay, we have all the energy. It is raining. Lame with no swag. You're crying due to my lack of swag. That's a new one. I haven't heard that one before. So if I just go and do this, I can... Oh, interesting. Well, that was not ideal. Okay, well... Yeah, that sucked. I was not expecting the Pyro Flower to get knocked away and not get sucked up in the skill. I think... Oh, I'm sorry for that burp. I think that love can bloom on a battlefield, Mr. Otacon Metal Gear. Makes you cry. Allergic to lame. Violet flowers. Okay, infiltrate the base. As in the cultist base in there? Demon summoners, Fea's sacrifices. Oh. I feel like your karate teacher is probably an anime fan then. It's very anime. Okay, nice. And go over get this. Oh, I completely whiffed. Oh. Trope and a half. Oh, interesting. So that's why they all met up there. We're 70 years... He might just be a really old weeb. Him being over 70 does not rule out him watching anime. He could have watched Astro Boy when he grew up. He Could have watched Astro Boy or something. That's a possibility. We'll see. Gotta get... Oh, that's cool. That's cool too. Let's go over and go like this, and piece of that, and Wakarukai, and go over here. That said, the others will come over to see us if we go over there. So let's just get all of them now. At least as many as we can. Okay, nice, and go. Oh, right, we can actually get Pyrospecters to do that job for us. Let's just... Okay, at least it's not too crazy. He did not watch it. Well, thank you for telling me. You know, I can't know unless I'm told. So, let's go over here, get these guys as well. Hit them all with a Riptide attack. Nice, Ikozon. Nice, and once some of the others start getting their stuff back, we can... But I want to... These guys down pretty much first of all. Okay, nice. Here we go. These ones are kind of crazy, honestly. Oh goodness. Oh, but that was... Okay, we're actually doing a bit better than we did last time. Yeah, I feel like I would need to find the right people to do it, but I feel like streaming D&D could be fun. We need to do it in something like Roll20 or something that people can actually see. Oh, that's cool. Honestly, you know, people who like Japanese culture without being weebs are almost better sometimes. Possibly. I can see it. Okay, that was the wrong swirl. Oh, goodness. Yeah. Well, it shouldn't matter. Yeah, we'll see. I could get some people to do some D&D. That's entirely possible. I think that would be a lot of fun. Okay. Yeah. You know, the quote-unquote actual culture is very important for, you know, actually getting an understanding of the place. Okay, you can get all of them in here right now. Karate. Oh, karate lore. Karate lore? Didn't know there was lore for karate. Okay, or karate. More accurately, I suppose. Nice, and there we go. So we did manage to get it all done. Yeah, the culture is very interesting. In particular, yeah. Once I got into Pokemon, I was basically lost. Okay, I'll say a prayer for you. That said, what I will say is that if you go as part of a study abroad or exchange program, it won't matter as much that if you don't have conversational Japanese, which would be almost impossible to get in a year anyway, for better or worse. Japanese people spend literally a decade learning their language, and most of them don't even fully do it. But basically, yeah. Still, wishing you the best. Oh my goodness. Let's go over, lure them all here, see if we can... Come on. Let's see if... Okay. Cool. Over here with Yelan and you. There we go. Nice. We need to... How many we can get? Oh my goodness. The range on that is a lot less than I expected it to be. Well, at least it's only attacking with those water attacks now. That's fine. Cool, and just a few more. Once we get you down, we can go over and do a bit more, and swirl, and get that done. There we go. Go on there, go to us. Yeah. I sincerely believe that if you try hard enough, you can definitely do a study abroad or exchange kind of thing. I think it would be a lot of fun. But I think that's very different from something like an actual solo trip, which, like I said, is you really want to know a language if you want to do something like a solo trip. Alien, China, Japanese, and correct me. Oh my goodness. People mixing up China and Japan is... I thought that would have been left in the 90s. It's crazy. Come on. Let's just go and... Who needs more? That's decent damage, okay. Oh, well, okay. Well, I think... Yeah. Well, if it was a program, I don't even think it would be a solo trip. I think it would be something you would do with other people in the program, right? When I say solo trip, I don't mean not bringing friends. I mean literally entirely by yourself with no one to help you. If you do it through a school, I mean, it's definitely not a solo trip, and I mean that in a good way. But if you... I feel like you could probably leverage the fact that you're doing computer stuff and business stuff for that. Because Japan is very important for tech business specifically, and has a lot of US connections in that department. I think that would be a good angle, because at least where I went, you had to kind of make a case to sort of, you know, why should the university pay for my education in this regard, or, you know, even let me do a study abroad. And a big one was just, you know, how is this thing I'm doing going to be relevant to what I'm studying? And I think you could do that pretty well as someone with computer stuff and business stuff going on. That's what I think. That's what I hope. I have faith. Okay, and Lyney needs... Yeah, okay. So it is kind of the same then. Okay, can we... Come on. Come on, and just this over here, and... Let's go over and try this out. I think they would just say, you know... And who vouches for that? Who would vouch for that? Need some credit there. Come on, and let's just go and get a few... Oh, goodness. We need to stay away from all these guys. Your mama. Okay. That should be a good source. Okay, go for a bit more, and for the last one, which should be just... Well, that didn't work all that well. Come on. So we can just go for a few more swirls, and that's still 7 minutes, nothing crazy. Well, for your sake and for the sake of Scoutmash's mama, I hope that you're able to get into the program and that it isn't all that difficult too. Okay, let's go, and that's gonna get some Riptide, and there we go. Come on. It's gonna be a couple of guys after this. There we go. Nice. Well, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. I do believe. I have faith in Scoutmash. Okay, keep on going. No, honestly, with the time I have, I probably could just be kind of silly with it. Okay, and oh, interesting. That means... Get a little closer here. Get a little closer here. Oh, that's not going to work. Come on. If you stay over there, you can hopefully make use of this. But I want to use this one. We'll see. Come on. If I get both of you like this, I can just Riptide Blast. And there we go. Nice. And before you do your heal up, Cameron, bad architects. Okay, I like that. I think in terms of making things kind of easier for players, the best way to do it is just have incompetent enemies, if that was your DM's intention. A lot of lore. Lyney's main thing is being a member of the Fatui and pretending to be a cute twink in order to get people to not pry further. The girl skull emoji, oh my goodness. Protections, Brenna. Okay, oh! Because if she was helping you, if she is in charge of the Fae army, it would make sense that she would have people with her instead of just doing a solo mission. I didn't even really think about that, but yeah, that makes more sense. Hey, Geodragon who once raged with the king. Rage? Rage? Uh-oh. Nice, and go over and see how I can do this, and we need... Oh, I did not mean to... Oh, come on. Come on. Just need a bit more, and over that. Positive, United Coca. Okay, nice, and oh, interesting. I didn't know that was... It's only on the ground, so you can dodge it with a jump like that. It's no problem. If you gotta hop out, you can hop out. It's really no shame at all. We're just happy you were able to show up. Don't worry. Nice, and try this out. Go on the wall, and there we go. There we go. So this Monopyro team is working really well, just because the Leyline Disorder perfectly helps it. Perfectly helps it. So I think using that team for the other half is going to be silly. But yeah, Lynette is not a robot, but she's robotic. But they also have a third member of the family who's their adopted brother. Lyney and Lynette are actually related. They're twins. But Fremine is a close operative who they call their brother from the House of the Hearth. So this, I think the way I want to do this would be, but I can give Xingqiao back. Well, I shouldn't actually. I'm not using Xingqiao. Actually, wait, maybe do I? Yeah, I'll use Xingqiao and a Hyper Bloom team on the first half. And then I'll use Kaza Monopyro on the second. And there's no Newmon here, but we don't really need it. Fremine is really cool. they're being really, really creative with their playstyle stuff. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Okay, so Fremine, he incentivizes teams that trigger Shatter, not by amping up his Shatter damage, but by buffing him on triggering Shatter, which isn't the same as making Shatter better, but it means you can actually use it. And that it's kind of a half measure, but I like it. I'm glad that you can at least use it in something. And Rithesli is a cryo on-fielder who is arguably best with Melt. And Nuvolette is, well, he doesn't really add new team comps, but his mechanics are just so cool. You know, he literally charges up a Hydro Pump, Comet Azure, Water Laser. Okay, well. If you want to stay, you can stay. I'm not going to be the one to stop you. But apparently Navia, we were right about Navia Gun. And it wasn't just Navia Gun, it's Navia Crystallized Gun. That apparently she works by basically absorbing crystallized shards and shooting them. Which is gonna be peak. It's gonna be peak. I'm so excited. If Navia isn't good, you're gonna go and burn down Mahuyo headquarters. I can see it. I gotta go over and no, not like that. Oh my, I did that too early. Okay. If I get done with this, I gotta go use the bathroom. Okay. So that'll be a... Well, at least the cooldown's still going. Okay. So hopefully, I think we should be able to get this done. 2 successful. Keep was left. Oh. A Balar? Oh my goodness. So, I assume that having a strong NPC and a little army on your side must have really helped with that. Cannot swap gadgets. Not that we need any. Okay, so we gotta wait for this to go through. I think actually Xingqiao having Fav might actually be better. As long as I can reliably proc it. The plot is plotting. That Thang be thangin'. Oh, so it was sort of balanced out by the fact that the Baylor was... Okay, that makes sense. Nice, and we can go over here. Yeah, Nahida, he is a great character. I am glad that I have her. In part because she's just really, really busted, too. It's kind of crazy. And we can get done there. Yeah, Nahida is unironic. Yeah. Al-Haytham, I am very, very... She doesn't try to talk about Osmanthus wine, and that is an advantage she has. But the new Battle Pass sword, the Wolfang, is insanely good for Al-Haytham. Because it buffs skill crit rate and skill damage, and pretty much, and burst. And that's where all his damage comes from, skill especially. Just makes him so good. Makes him so good. Osmanthus one after, oh my goodness. That would have been a bit too much even for me, honestly. Okay, and go over there, and then burst like that, and then see if I can absorb you up in there. I think I should be able to finish this one up on time, but this one is actually pretty hard even with this team, so we'll see. Come on, and go over there, get my health back. A bit of that back too, and then it burst, and go over that to get the Pyro Swirl, hopefully, and there we go. We got it. So we'd like it. We'll have a whole minute left to do the rest, hopefully. We'll see. I might not get his burst back on here. We'll see. Come on. Oh, right. That's the issue. Oh, my goodness. So that's how you bragged. That is certainly one way to do it. Also, the fact that you can't even... that's a shame. At least I've got this. Okay, come on. Nice, and killing that gal should be a good way to do things. Come on, go over. Pulling you all. Okay, nice, and okay, oh, come on. We need to absorb all these guys up in here. Okay, well, that's more understandable then. I can disapprove less of your decisions in that case. Let's go over, just get rid of that before it aggravates me more. Okay, and there we go. We got 3 stars on this chamber using our Lyney team. How nice. That is... You can tell your own story. I will not incriminate you. I play and get him. Yeah. What I will say is I will admit that a lot of the reason I like this game so much is because I was sort of, it's either this or Final Fantasy XIV. I can pay for a 14 subscription, or I can spend a bit less and do this and get Battle Pass and Welkin every time. And I chose this, and yeah. I don't regret that decision, but it's not one everyone would have made. Let's go over and trigger this. I will say it's fun, but there's something to be said for focusing on real life things. Well, the main thing about it is just how busy she is with school at this point, I'd say. It's just a school thing. I don't think she has the time anymore. It's okay, it's okay. You don't need to feel bad. Yeah. School is huge for that one. Nice, and oh, come on. We can just brute force this. I want to have my burst for the final chamber, which is why I'm not using. Just going for aggravates right now. Also, it's not that hard to get this stuff back, so we just have that back now. So, see, it's got that back, but the res increase isn't all that crazy unless you're just using fire on this for whatever stupid reason. Most things are social constructs. That doesn't mean they're not real or not important. Very nice. Go over here, go for a couple, and no, nominee. Okay, we need a bit more. Okay, come on. Yeah. Just because something is a social construct, and school is a social construct, it's just a very important one. You know. Okay. Social constructs are still real. Come on, and go over there, go for Jabrail. Yeah, exactly. You know, and even if it isn't quote-unquote real, that doesn't mean people won't act as if they are. That's the main thing. Okay, now you're gonna... Let's go over here, and can we... Oh, interesting, but you're actually... that's not great. It's not great. Come on. Okay, there we go. So we can just do it like that, and do it like this. Okay, go for Dia, and go for a few hits. Come on, come on. You, and... Got you and you. Okay. Well, in the end, you know, that's life. Not everything has to make perfect sense. I don't think anyone's gonna get mad. We'll see. Maybe. Okay, and now we can just... Oh, but the cooldown on that was, okay, well, come on. Can burn that over there, but the Lush missiles are honestly gonna be kind of crazy. Let's see if we can... Here we go. Oh, come on. Am I gonna... I do not want to die here. This one might have kind of screwed me. This one might have kind of screwed me. Yeah, I'm going to need to retry that again because I just... The issue is that normally, if you want to be really funny, you can hit both Breacher Primuses, but that's true of Danger ones. But I do that in the talent domain, but if they go up high, it doesn't work. Sag, Baylor, oh... Yeah, exactly, exactly. Shoulder charge! There we go. So did she survive, or did she end up dying after all that? Kind of worried. Okay, we can get that. And use that burst. Hello. Nice. Go over, get you, and go for this, and... Okay, actually, well, I guess I can just make use of this. Demi gets... Oh, that's such a good trope. So true. Just way out of their depth, way out of their depth. Oh, because I actually used some of those to... Oh, that's... Okay, I did that entirely wrong. I totally botched that. Okay. Because I forgot that actually Alhaitham will consume his mirrors on first, so I killed my own infusion. Okay. Yeah. It's truly a silly moment. Oh, let's go over here. City's mayor's son. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Let's go over and make use of this. So, was the mayor aware of that and just sort of letting it happen, or sort of hoping it would stop on its own, or was the mayor involved? That's the real question, sort of, how deep does the rabbit hole go? Okay, and over there, and I guess I can, it's fine, that's fine. Nice, and go over here, and take you, make advantage of all of this. The nice thing about having Xingqiao here is that even though he does steal some quickens, he does also just severely increase this team's poise, which is good. It's nice to have a bit of interruption resistance for all this. Okay, let's actually just go over here. Okay, nice. Go over, get that. Go over there, and Bennett can Go like that, and go, oh my goodness. Well, as long as we get our damage mitigation. How does it get healed? How did he even get healed? Well, you know, if it happens, it happens. I am not going to complain about good things happening to me. Here we go, and there we go. Oh, okay. So, we just go over here, I guess. Guess we can just make use of this. Probably. Oh, interesting, but they actually didn't. Huh. So if we do just keep them stunned, they won't. The other one actually did get stunned, but keep them stunned, they won't disappear. Oh, that was good. That was really good. Okay. Because it worked perfectly. Okay, nice. And over there, and burn you down. Surprise they all. And get that. Shoulder check. Oh, okay. Evil destruction mayhem. So he tried to go all villainy and just was too much of a clown to make it work. Yeah, exactly. Sort of an anti-girl boss, honestly. A girl boss doesn't fail like that. That's more girl fail. Okay, so we got all that in. I'm very happy that this ley line disorder is... I mean, the blessing. The blessing is Lyney. Oh, right, Brenna. Okay. That's Lyney. Right, well... She's literally your old character. You would hope so, wouldn't you? Okay, Kamakadokai. Okay, Kanogi. Okay, nice. And we need to... Oh, interesting. So we'll actually need to go over. This one might take a little longer than I might have liked, but we should be fine anyway. Should still be fine. As long as we can just get rid of the Hydro on these guys, we can hopefully get them... that's fine, I guess. Get over here. Oh, right, she's... Okay, I was confused, because said she was kind of like a druid knight, right? I was a little confused by that. Okay, and if we just go over there, we can get there quicker than we otherwise could. There we go, and the rest ones over there are going to be these guys. So let's see how fast we can do this. That's the thing. That's the real thing. Okay, and here we go. Get that Fae with a lot of titles. The Fae of many names. You could call her that if you wanted to, probably. Okay, and go over, get this. Level 18, that stomps you into the afterlife. Yeah, I can see that. Okay, nice, and we have about a minute left. About a minute and 3/4 left to kill off Capellia. Okay, and Capellius. Let's just go and shoot them a couple of times, and it's Bennett who we want to put down so that we can ensure the correct elemental absorption. So let's go over there, get that. Well, actually, that'll work too. And we can get that as a bonus, and go over there, go for Dia, and put that down, and go for a few shots. Just gotta make sure I don't die. Okay, cool, nice. One more. And go over, and get use of all that healing over there. Nice. Gotta do that. Okay, cool, nice. Oh my goodness. Well, that... I hope I can still do it. I got totally messed up by just failing his sack proc. That might be bad. That might be very bad. Oh, goodness. This is... It's kind of scary. Okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna need to try that one because Kaze died. That's the thing with R5 Sacrificial. You usually get your proc, but you don't always get your proc. And when you don't get your proc, you are SOL and very confused. Poor Kaze, he did not deserve that treatment. Druger. Okay, evil. Need to make offsprings. Oh my goodness. I know he meant the kid, but you can interpret them as being him saying, I will literally stomp your balls. Yeah, Sacrificial is the one that resets skill cooldown, and it's very important for a lot of characters that have higher cooldowns on their skills. So I want to actually go over to the other side to make sure they jump in a better way. Okay, cool, nice. Go over there. Get rid of these guys. Okay, nice. Nice. Okay, come on, make sure you don't... Can we get this Hyper Bloom down? Okay, that was good. That was pretty good. Okay, go over, get this one. Okay, come on. Okay, please. Okay, right. Let's see if we get this. You over there, but actually, we want to get back over here. Unfair hate. Man, oh, he actually did mean, oh my goodness. I thought that was a joke. Oh wow. Okay, that's brutal. That is unexpectedly brutal. Oh, wow. It's sort of, you know, if your kids are going to be that evil, you know, we will revoke your right to have them. Oh, wow. That's whack. C2 Kaza is crazy. I will say, some of my friends got tired of the game because it was too easy for them. I think part of that was the fact that they invested in constellations. They did vertical investment instead of horizontal investment. A lot of the reason I roll for characters instead of weapons and constellations is that I don't want to make the game too easy. I like the fact that this blessing has encouraged me to use characters that I wouldn't otherwise really be using. It makes the game more fun by a pretty significant margin. Okay, nice, and oh, wow, we got it. Okay, huh. Come on, and go over there, right, but actually we screwed that up again. I forgot we had to use Bennett. Oh, come on. Well, as long as we don't make that mistake again. As long as we don't make that mistake again. Okay. Such an L. Such an L. Too old. He's just tired. He's just tired. I like that kind of character a lot. Okay, and if we go over there, we can take advantage of this, hit, and go over there. One is dead. One is dead. Okay, hopefully we can... Cool, and there we go. That's down, and we can just... The rest of these over here. Come on. Okay, there we go. And if we just go over by this guy, we can mark both of you. Thank you. Well, thank you for popping in. If you come back, you can come back. Okay, nice. And okay, Shinobu did not die, and that is very important, honestly. Okay, this additional poise with Xingqiu actually helps pretty significantly in this chamber because of how aggressive that mecha is. Okay, so we've got 2 whole minutes. How could it go swimmingly? We're only using 1 Hydro character. Okay. Come on, come on. Let's go over and just have to restart once I don't check the right things. I wish you weren't right. I wish you weren't... How did... Oh, no! Oh, no. Well, that was short-lived. That was very short-lived. So I really do have to go Bennett first. I really do have to go Bennett before Kaza. Well, I hope you're proud of yourself. You predicted my failure, and arguably spoke it into existence. Hope you are proud of yourself. Okay, nice, and oh my goodness, that didn't hit at all. Come on, come on. Well, whatever. He dodged out of the way of my attack as soon as I did it. Well, whatever, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, well, actually, that was a really bad run, too, because I didn't get the snake down. Oh... I was gonna say, if you have a problem with that, I'll stop, but not sure you do. Okay. Dorimasho. Okay, nice. Yeah, you are my personal antagonist, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Okay, nice. Go over here, see if I can grab this. Come on, come on. And kill this snake. Okay, there we go. Come on, just get you over there. A few more hyper blooms, and okay. There we go, so that worked perfectly. Thank you, thank you. I'm glad that you have faith in me, even if I don't. Okay, Wakarukai, and Iskonare. Okay, nice, and go over here. Again, I gain. Again, or I gain? I only have 1 eye. Okay. So that chamber goes quickly, and as long as I don't screw it up too badly. Let's get both of these energy orbs. That should help things. I gain. What does that even mean? Okay, and for that, Waragamae. That's Moga. Okay. Getting a bit of healing from this. Oh, goodness. And that just didn't... I did not mean to do that. Did not mean to use Dia's Burst, but it actually was not terrible for getting that down. Well... Come on, and go over there. Yeah, sometimes it's better just not question things. If it ain't broke, you don't fix it. Okay, come on, and go over there. Okay, oh, well, that's not great. It's really, really bad. Okay, well, guess we need to just focus on battering right now, maybe. We have lots of time to do things, so we'll just try this one all over again. Come on, and go over here and... Okay, well, that assumes I'm the good guy. Not sure that's a safe assumption to make. Okay, nice, and go over there. Oh, come on. Well, that's gone. That's not good. Can get that at least. The damage just might not be enough. That's the thing. Okay, come on, and go over there. Honestly, kind of. I would say so. If I had to decide, I would say yes. Maybe that's just simpery. Probably just simpery, but... Okay, nice, and then go over here, and... Okay, they're not putting the shield up right now. This might be our moment. This could be my moment. Okay, so I don't have that right now, but as long as I just... Oh my goodness, don't kill me. Okay, so we have just a bit more to do, and so that... Okay, come on. Come on! Come on, and... Oh goodness, we're so close. We are so close. Come on, let's make this work. Let's make this work, and... Come on. Come on. Oh, it killed Bennett's burst. That was fun. Well... Got all the stars on Abyss. Chaotic versus Gray. Just, it's not good versus evil. It's chaos versus neutral. Okay. Those bad guys. Yeah, exactly. It's the necessary evil. Okay. Okay. So the Baylor was attacking her, but I guess she still kind of had her Fey durability. Because you did say she basically had... She still has a heart given to her by the Fey Queen, right? Isn't that true? Let's check and see if... Come on. We need... Let's just see if we can level up that... I have some Nouvelette artifacts I've been keeping on Aloy as a placeholder. Let's go and level them up right now a little bit more. Main thing is I'll probably need to do some artifact farming too, in order to just get some trash artifacts to level up Nouvelette's artifacts for him. I think I told you that I have a decent emblem set on Sara. Has good energy recharge despite having attack sands. And I think I'll just give that to Beto, because like I said, for now, using Nouvelette and Beto is probably going to be good. For Nouvelette, yes! It's my Man Crush Monday, even though he drops on a Tuesday. So let's see how many we'll be able to get. Okay, we can just grab that there. So I'm going to take a quick bathroom break after we did the photo event, and we did a pretty nice clearing of Abyss, but... My Man Crush Monday, still on a Tuesday. Yeah, I'll be right back, and then I'll do a bit of TCG. Thank you to everyone watching. I'm back. Oh my goodness. I turned off window capture instead of turning off my... Oh my goodness. Another silly mistake. Well, I'm alive. Okay. Oh, one shot by the Baylor? Okay, cut off the wings. Yeah. So did the Paladin die? Or... And we're talking about fighting the Baylor. And I'm not sure... I think you probably know. But I'm not sure the other person in this conversation knows what happens when a Baylor dies. When a Baylor dies, well, I'm sure she can tell you. Okay. That said, I think I might do this on my own time because I don't think any of those characters are going to be... None of those characters are really going to be needed for the decks we're going to use. Well, because it's going to be part of the story. If they kill the Baylor, something will happen. And they'll have to deal with that. A bit of this first round Omni-Element dice. This is spread damage. But how would I be able to get... It's got to be a swirl thing, right? But an overload doesn't... Sealing, take care of this. Oh, wow. A roar! How did they fall? Oh, nice. That reminds me of... Yeah, straight girl boss energy. What's the fake queen's name? This is... I feel like triggering a bunch of... But who needs... Quickest way to apply Hydro? Is basically... It seems pretty clear to me that the best way to do this is going to be swirl the Electro from this. Because the way you need to do it is by, in a single round, just... Killing a bunch of them with the spread damage from electrocharges or superconductor reactions. Actually, that might be... It might honestly be Ayaka. Swirl 1, you go to Ayaka, hopefully you get minty meat rolls, but... Because you see, the guy with the shield, and the shield wall Mitotril and the stone hide Lalatril have shields, and the best way to deal with those is to deal piercing damage. In half, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it explodes. For a pretty crazy amount of damage, too. It would wipe out pretty much anyone under probably like 13th level instantly. It's kind of crazy. Okay. So, I'm going to make a new deck just for this challenge. As one does. Okay. So who... We need an Animo character. And who would be able to deal the cheapest... If it's just reactions, the cheapest way to do it would be probably Ayaka. Maybe. Just freeze, freeze, freeze. But fair. But you need... Actually, it might be... Honestly, given that be a fast... But actually, I don't think I would want it to be a fast action. I wouldn't want switching to be a fast action. Maybe Kokomi? Because she would have decent damage from just using her normals, too. Well, there's no harm in trying. Then, maybe another Animo for resonance. Okay. Who would I want to... Okay, well... So... Did anyone get hurt or something? Anyone die, or... This elemental die. Actually, Skyward Sonnet is probably going to be good. Maybe I could put you in? I'm going to see which ones we need. If only we could just... Probably could have just deleted and scrapped the deck if we'd done it from a different... Moments in peace. Well, thank you for popping in. Sanaragan. It was nice and busy tonight. It was a raucous and lively conversation. It's just the way I like it. Okay, let's keep going. Embrace of Winds. That might be good. And use a few more. Maybe. But, right, but it's gonna be literally just Kokomi after this. Kokomi after. Elemental reaction damage. 1000 floating might. Maybe. Oh, okay. So, what happened to her? Did she... How did she survive? Okay, this Fruit of Fulfillment might be good. Elegy? No. It's all about reactions, and the free dice one is obviously going to be very important. Okay. Free dice. Free dice over here, and True is... I guess... No, that wouldn't be all that useful, though. We have that as a benefit already. It feels like we just need trash, kind of. That's not amazing. That isn't amazing either. There's no reason to apply an element test like that. It's just... Honestly, I feel like cards that allow me to draw more cards, if I need more cards, are going to be the most important. Obviously, okay, Minty Rolls is good too. But, no. Maybe that might also... I think NRE could be good too. MRE. It's finding things that don't require any kind of... That's, maybe. Toss up, I guess. That's always good. Just as many 0 or low cost ones as possible. That could be good too. Maybe. But we literally only have one round to do anything. It's kind of crazy. No summons. Okay, honestly, whatever. We'll just put a bunch of trash cards in because we don't need any kind of... Honestly, maybe NRE. No. Honestly, it's just... It doesn't matter. We'll just reset until it works. Use Venti first. And it's, as long as you win. As long as you win. Okay. Let's... Okay, that... We lucked out. We actually lucked out. Okay. At least 3. Okay, that might... If we're going to use Fruit of Fulfillment, that would actually be kind of good. I think we'll be fine like this. Deck save. Burns. Evaporated. Oh, and she was leaking her sort of Fey heart, right? That is... not great. Matase-chatta. So we need to... Oh, but they don't all show up at once. So that's gonna put a bit of a sock in it. Okay. So, honestly, if this doesn't work, I'll probably end up just looking up how to do it. Probably. Okay. We need a way to do this quickly. Maybe overloads and something like Yanfei, possibly? Not entirely sure. We'll see. Storm Zone. Okay. Opponent's turn is here. Let's see. Unless Elemental die, but we already have the effect of Storm Zone, so that doesn't matter. We're gonna switch over to that one. Oh, interesting. That's kind of scary. Okay. Let's eat this. See how things go. There, and spend 2 on this. Equip Kokomi with that Catalyst. So what ended up happening to her? That would have been nice to have. Well, okay. We just need a bit of that. So we do it one more. Oh, that's gonna suck. Because... Oh, right. Oh, okay. Okay, so this is going to need Pyro. We are going to need to use... I'll try it one more time with a new deck. But I really do get the impression that... I'm supposed to use a character like Yanfei or Kui and just blast them with charges and the like. Okay. Let's go over and try 4 Drums Temper again. I might just look up a deck that works for this. Do want those extra cards and the like, but it does seem like Venti is going to be big. The effect of Storm Zone is going to be important. But maybe Pyro. Maybe Yanfei and Klee. I think both of them could honestly work for that. Maybe. Depends on, because yeah, using overcharges, overloads would allow me to shuffle them around and continue using reactions. Okay, let me see. Come on. Okay. Try this again. Think of this. So what do I need for Klee? That's gonna be useful, but Sec Frags, I could put that one in. Could definitely put that one in. Valid, Pyro-Res, Jumpty Dumpty, bless you! Hey army, oh interesting. So that hadn't happened before. Healing. Okay, so that's basically, from a sort of DMing perspective, that makes sense. Because she got to have her fun little appearance, but if you could have kept her with you, it would have been kind of broken. That's going to be really good. So that would mean you would have been, might have been able to keep her with you, which would have been kind of overpowered. So it's probably good that he found a way to sort of take her out of the action. Actually, maybe Gamblers. Gamblers, maybe. Huh. Let's see. Need that a couple of times. Yeah, because I remember I was in a campaign back in high school, and we worked together with this old wizard dude who was really, really strong. But for some contrived reason, I don't even think the DM said it. I don't think he even thought that anyone would ask, you know, why isn't he coming with us? And, well, we didn't ask, so he was kind of right. But, like I was saying, he had us give us some interesting items in particular. The cool one was, he gave us a... He gave my character an eyeball that he was able to stick on something that would buff it. And I ended up sticking on something that was basically mech suit armor. And it gave it the ability to basically shoot a fireball if I wanted to, which was, in my opinion, quite cool. Let's see. Actually, that might be useful. Actually, this charge attack one might be better. That specifically. Let's try this one. Basic elemental dice. Legend of Vanessa might be good too. That one's, yeah, the Scoured Atlas is not one that I want. Vanessa might be useful. Might be. We only have one round, and that's what we need to remember. Only got one shot. Okay, let's go. Try this again. If this doesn't work, I'm just gonna send it. Oh, that... Maybe. That's not enough food. I don't know. This might be workable. We'll see. Okay. Just keep going. That might be bad in terms of cards, though. We'll see. I feel like trying this deck again? Maybe. We'll see. Okay. We charge attack. Oh, but it... Yep. Definitely gotta be Klee, because Spark there is not gonna be amazing. Okay. We just keep sending them around. We can switch them out, and that would be useful. Jajan. Kure Sanjo. Blazing Axe Mitatril. How nice. If we Maybe... Let's just use one of these. Okay. And... Let's see. That's gonna work. Oh, I forgot to equip, like, oh, that... Actually... We'll see. I equipped Sakrags and that, but she isn't probably going to use that again, will she? Okay, so this is good. That might be, that's definitely a bit overkill. That's fine. Okay. Showable Monitrol overloaded, we got 6. Okay. I like where this is going. I like where this is going. Okay, so let's... For another charged attack. And, oh, but that's... Oh, that's where things get bad. So it really does seem like I'll need a way to use piercing damage to kill that shielded. The issue is just the aura. Unless I wanted to be silly. Honestly, maybe. Okay. That doesn't... I'd say maybe going for Ganyu, but Ganyu consumes way too much. That said, I'm not sure. Ganyu might be the way to do this. We'll see. I'm just gonna look up what kind of deck comp people use for this, because okay. Let's see. Come on, come on. Let's try this again. Game of Wits, Unrelenting Assault. Okay. Game of Wits. Unrelenting Assault. Okay. It's challenges and... Jesus. Okay. Someone definitely has a video about this. Just gonna look. Come on. Using any cards, turning dice. And the Wi-Fi is not acting up. Is acting up. Okay. Let's go and edit this deck and... Oh, that one's also one that we really... One was for a previous challenge, so we don't need that. Let's just... No way to just clear the deck. That's a shame. Okay. Clear out everything right now. Come on, come on. Okay. Please, please, please. Please. Okay. Come on. Come on. There. Wits. Solo Dealhook? Oh! I didn't... Dealhook would be good for that, because crazy damage with Flower's back. Oh, right, because she did curse you. Flame Soccer. Oh, interesting. So, it was a sort of inheritance from your old character to your new one. I like that. That's fun. Let's see. Solo Dealhook deck. Is it literally just going to be... It's going to be Gene, Klee, and Dealhook. Let's see. See what he... Oh, and he shows it off beforehand. That's nice of him. So that one's just for Mondstadt, basically. Or probably... Oh, just... Oh, just has Gene to both swirl that and send it... Send the new one in. Oh, so it doesn't have to die. They can just... okay. I think. Let's see. Well, either way, they used Klee... I mean, Gene, Klee, and Dealhook. So we will Klee and Dealhook. And okay, probably, yep, this one and Wolf's. Okay. Serving Onslaught one less. Oh, okay, in one round. So that'll, it's basically free. Okay. What is this? Appearance story. Simple way out of perilous situations. So, do you know specifically what it does yet? Did your DM give you a description of it, or... Really? Not bad, not bad. Okay. One of these. One of these. Okay. Smear City. Dice and cards in your hand. Oh, okay. Because you're always sort of on the edge. Oh, that's That's cool. Okay. Golden House. Okay, that's useful. And then... Oh, and I totally forgot. You want to do this to get more dice. There are just so many cards in this game at this point. Cards, okay. Rare flower, gift of... Oh, it's a flame sakura heart, isn't it? It's actually a cherry blossom that you can use as a heart. Oh, okay. I thought it was just a figurative thing. Okay, I like that. That's fun. Pyro reactions, okay. Then, okay, this is going to be good. That's going to be useful. Said, I don't think. Oh, but yep, it's going to be overloads. Swirl it once, and then you just get overloads. I think. Changing shifts, okay. More cards. We will try this deck and see if it works for our purposes. And of course you want 2 of these, so you can just use as normals. Okay, cool. In that case, we will use this interesting deck and Gift of Healing. So, I wonder if it might make you no longer undead or something. That could happen. Maybe. Okay, 2 and uses a burst. Oh, right. Extra move. Okay. Junbi Abantanda. Keep that there, and I could use that to basically refresh the Electro once it all goes away. I like that. I like that. Okay. Let's see. Go for a switch, and let's see. Got 10. I think we'll need any of that, maybe? Okay, that's going to be useful. We can play that now. Posing... I guess that might be useful. We'll see. Let's send this guy away. Use a Shobu. Smite-a-Trill, Gale Blade, and... Okay. Upa. What was... Oh, so it's on everybody. Price of Unrelenting Assault. Okay. Give me a bit more afterwards, so... Upa. Okay. It's gonna be, interesting. That was... Wait, what was... Oh, because he used... Okay. I was confused for a second. Okay, Searing Onslaught, and make use of that. You're gonna switch over to the next one, and... Okay. Sacred Undead, Amon-Ra. Okay. I was just wondering whether it would work out like that or not. Okay, draw 1 card. Oh, we need more ones that allow us to draw more cards. This team definitely should work, but we'll see. Maybe we'll just get rid of that. Maybe. I don't know. We'll use the other one. You don't have any. That's bad. Yeah, that was about as badly as it could have gone. Well, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay. Got a few more. Guess I need to see what the ideal sort of... I don't know. I can't... Yeah, I need to try this one again. Okay. I gotta see how the person who did this before did this one. Okay. They started off with... No, they started off with Diluc. Okay, huh. Okay. Really is just... Okay, so... Really need... Reactions 1... Surely. Wolves is crucial for this. That makes sense. Huh. So, I guess it's literally just a matter of resetting until we get Wolf's Gravestone. That's Wolf's Gravestone and probably Golden House too. And we got 2 of each, so hopefully we should be able to get a couple of each of them. Maybe, we'll see. Okay. Try this one again. So, okay, there we go. That's good. That is very good. Got Diluc. Okay. We hit this on him. Yeah, most of these enemies have fewer than 6 HP, which should make it not terrible to beat them down. We'll see. Okay. Want to deal pyro damage. So this needs 3, 1 less. And this is just gonna allow us to get it for free. So there we go. And effectively free. Okay, that was okay. So we do it like that. Get it early on. Okay, cool. Nice. So we get a few more dice from that. Don't need to do any switching. So who are we gonna... One card. Okay. Use that. Use 4. Might be a little wasted, honestly, but it's fine. It's fine. We will have to... It's one of those to actually power die and use elemental tuning and turn that to... Yeah, that's a bit wasted. But, you know, what can I do? What can I do? What can I really do? Okay. Once I get this down... It's time to use... Oh, but we need 1 more for the burst. Okay. Flower do a ritual. Own heart. Oh, wow. Wounds for 1 day. Healing spirit and good berry for eternity. I feel like... Depending on how long the ritual lasts, I would just save it. Assuming it can't really be stolen, I would just... keep it in case... a really bad situation happens, and then if the situation is just kind of bad, I would use the infusion. And if it was really, really bad, I would eat it so that I wouldn't have to. So I'd be able to keep it. If it only needed healing spirit and good berry, that needed healing spirit and good berry. Also, healing spirit and good berry, for better or worse, they would kind of trivialize a lot of stuff outside of combat. Because healing spirit can give, it's arguably the most effective healing spell. So if you cast it out of combat, you can just walk back through it every turn and get healed every time. I don't think they ever did errata on that. And also, you just never have to worry about food if you had good berry with you. That's the other thing. That was good damage, but probably more than I needed. Okay. Use this. Let's see. Oh, nice. And we... Okay. Because we got a burst and a kill. I forgot about that. We use that. Okay. It's not... Okay, let's use this then. Actually, I don't think we need to. So after we get that down, it's Great Shield -2 damage. We're doing 4, and then we'll deal 2 now. We don't need to waste any like that. We'll be fine. Okay. Come on, come on, come on. So next, the shield is going to be gone. Oh, it's not going to be gone. Oh. Actually, it won't be gone after. We can use this card to make sure we actually use this. Okay, cool. And we can get the kill there. Another use on burning. But in the end, there honestly isn't a wrong choice. It's an undoubtedly good sort of... It's a buff no matter what you do. I wouldn't worry too much about it. Okay. So if we... For a bit more, I can get a bit of healing off that. And the next guy is, well, he's gonna overload me, which, that's not great. It's honestly not great. Oh, right, we can move again! I forgot, we can move again! I feel so stupid, okay. So in that case, if we can move again, let's move again. Okay. Actually, maybe I want to save that for the next guy. Probably want to save that for the next guy. Then just kill him, and then just hopefully proc a really good burst on the last one. Let's see. Maybe. Huh. Wildfire. Rejuvenating Flame Spirit. Oh, that's cool. Oh, nice! That just kills. That is very good. Okay. So we can finish this out with just Diluc's Big Bird and be done. Firebolt and 2d6 of healing. Oh, wow. I gotta say, I like your DM's approach, because I can tell he's making your characters a little overpowered, but he's putting you in difficult situations that actually warrant the use of all those abilities. He's giving you more tools so that you can deal with these situations That's honestly what I did when I used to run D&D, which I sadly have not done in a while. I was addicted to giving my characters lots of extra abilities that weren't necessarily quote-unquote stronger, but just gave them more options. That's what I really, really liked to do. And honestly, it was kind of... Not all of my players liked that, but when it worked, it really worked. I'm not sure whether I told you, but a few years ago, I tried and it died because of logistical issues, because it was basically 4 separate campaigns in one. To fail... Oh. Wait. Oh, so... Can you do that sort of anytime? Is the first use not really permanent? Is it sort of every day you can choose between one, and that means either you get like 1 cast of Mass Cure Wounds and 1 cast of Mass Healing Word, or you can have unlimited Special Healing Spirit, and unlimited Good Berry for that day. That's what I'm wondering. Piping hot, okay. Huh. It's basically going to be probably charges, trying to use as little as possible here. Generate a hot potato. It's only 4 of those guys, so... I would not have been able to do that if I didn't know that Diluc would have been that good. So I'm gonna see what else this guy did. This guy Delovic. Okay. Choose the rain. It's puzzles, okay. He did this at the start of the patch, okay. Let's see. Diluc 1 and under totems. Okay. Yeah. But like I said, I wonder if it's... Does one use it up forever, or... Slow Venti switch. Huh. Let's see what deck this is. Okay. This deck is... Oh, it's the Pyrolector and Magu Kinki. That's in addition to Venti. Okay, that's interesting. That's really interesting. Eat it for the entire day. Can't use it anymore until your character dies. As in, until you switch your character if your character just gets murked, or as in, if your character dies and gets revived, you can't use it anymore. That's what I'm wondering. So, Venti... So how's this deck gonna work? So it's the Storm Zone, so it's going to be switching. Okay, we got to see. We have Animo Resonance, I believe. That would allow me to switch for free and get some stuff back, but none of those other cards are using... Okay, Sacrificial Bow. That's good. I think we might need that. We'll see. I like that the challenges this time are honestly a lot more puzzly instead of sort of DPS checks for TCG. Turn-based DPS checks are not fun. Okay. Then one should be Jade Chamber. Okay. Just 1 Jade Chamber and 1 Dawn Winery. Probably doesn't matter all that much. Almost certainly does not matter all that much. I wonder what the contracts are forged here. Okay. 1 Paimon. So did you end up choosing one, or are you just sitting on it? It does seem like a buff like that, you don't want to use that trivially. That's really cool, though. It's really cool. Honestly, I wish I could play under a DM like that. Because I feel like your DM sounds like a DM who rewards players. Sort of rewards interest and caring about the campaign. Because a lot of people... I'm a bit of a power gamer, but a lot of people have just a ridiculous, unfair aversion to it that doesn't even make sense, honestly. Oh, Hilichurl Summon. Oh, interesting. Interesting. It's just gonna... Oh, so it would disappear. So even if you got brought back, it would be gone. Oh. It's because it's sort of a power of life kind of thing, I guess. If you don't have life, it goes away. Okay. That's cool. But, as I was saying, even if I'm not... Occasionally I've done crazily optimized builds. I don't think I told you, but one time I built a Sorlock build. It was Divine Soul Sorcerer and, well, I don't even think it had a Warlock Pact, because it was, I think it would have been maybe Divine Soul Sorcerer and maybe the Light Warlock. It's been a while. I don't even remember, but either way, it was 3 levels of Warlock and every other level in Sorcerer, and is literally just spam Eldritch Blast for ridiculous single target burst damage. It was very, very funny because the DM actually gave me a lot of power. Because, you know, I cared about the campaign. He allowed me to get really, really strong. But then, he had a crush on one of the other players. And she wanted to betray the party. Because he had a crush. He let her do it. And I was sort of, you know, I am going to fight her. And the dice said that I nuked her. And then the DM said no. She survives and becomes the Demon Queen. Why? Because I say so. And I say so because, well, he didn't say this, but because he was down bad. But that's the only time I've really done power gaming. But a lot of people I know will accuse me of quote-unquote power gaming for just making characters that are not deliberately bad. Sort of, why are you running a paladin with charisma as his highest stat, or strength as his highest stat? Why aren't you running a wizard with wisdom as his highest stat? It's just... If you make a character who's deliberately bad, it doesn't just make things harder for you. It makes things harder for the DM, unless your DM wants your party just die. Because, I forget it was... I don't even remember the name at this point, but just... Challenge level. It assumes that your characters are actually going to be not quote-unquote optimized. It doesn't even assume magic weapons, which most DMs honestly give out like candy, but it assumes that you'll be playing to try to not fail. And apparently playing to not fail is power gaming. It's just silly. Okay. That's cool, okay. Tell me about that one. Did your DM allow you to use charisma for your monk or wisdom for your sorcerer? Because I will say, I honestly don't like how much 5e disincentivizes multiclassing if you're using 5e. Are you using 3.5 or Pathfinder? I'm not sure. If you've told me, I've forgotten. But the fact that it severely discourages multiclassing, your proficiency bonus, if I recall correctly, still keeps scaling, but you miss out on a lot of features in a way that isn't as strong in earlier versions. But, which means that the only ones that really work are just Warlock and something else, because Warlock's main feature is honestly just Eldritch Blast, and it's a spell that gets stronger for just total levels. So, multiclassing is fun, but like I said, when you've got bad playable character, when you've got weak playable characters, it makes it that much harder for the DM to make balanced encounters that don't just kill everyone. It is what it is. Okay, so we gotta see, how many are they gonna use? Let's see. Oh, it's a switched base team, because it's switch around and wait for them to do all their stuff, heal up, and then just let them die to the hot potato. Okay. That's what it seems like to me. Try it like that, and if it doesn't work, I'll just chill. Yeah, tell me. I'm interested. Hot potato. Okay. So none of those are... Well, that would kind of work. I guess maybe going for some swirls could be okay. But the main thing is just going to be switching around until we... It's the piercing damage we need. Starts with a hot potato. Piping hot. This is a skill. Okay. Effect. 2 physical damage. Okay. It's going to be not that much. Weird. Okay. It's only a few of those. So if we just keep switching. Charisma. Okay. Charisma, open hand, and shadow magic. Oh, that's interesting. So I bet it was sort of trying to make sort of an open hand monk who had some shadow monk abilities too, because you would basically get sort of the shadow step that the shadow monk gets, right? I think so. If I recall correctly. Let's go over and use that on you. We're there, and put the hot potato over on your side of the field, and then you'll switch. And just come back, and you again get another storm zone up. But at the very same time. Okay, so Brace of Winds. Next normal attack. Okay, so that's actually really good. Could use that to keep switching, and then if I had to, we'll see. We'll see. If I just go over there, switch to you, you'll use a different attack. We can just send the hot potato over on the other side of the field. Okay, cool. Okay, you'll send it back, and we can just... Okay, well, that's not much. Okay. And that'll cost 1 and 1, and deal pyro damage to you. Oh, but I might... Probably don't want to use that on Venti, though. Oh, that's the rub. Oh, the storm zone there is just... At least I don't need to... 5 damage. Okay, that's good. It's actually quite nice. It's probably just going to kill me. Do have Fiery Rebirth, though. I'm going to soak a hit. Shouldn't be terrible. Shouldn't be... Won't be great, but it won't be terrible. Okay. All about switching and letting the potato do the work. Just sounds so silly to say that, yeah. I'm using a potato. Okay. Next, you're going to switch over to the other guy. Oh, that might be... Oh, that might be bad. We'll see. If I use a skill, I would actually like to try to get Storm Zone back, though. We'll see. Need to get rid of this hot potato. What if I... We'll see. Honestly, I can't afford to make this go too slowly. That's the thing. On you, we'll go for ice. Then, just any kind of skill. It doesn't even need to deal damage. Get some actual working swirls. Okay, that'll send that back. Don't have any kind of... That was a bad idea. We're screwed. We're screwed. I think. Yeah, we're screwed. Mess that up. Messed it up. Actually, no! Right! Didn't mess it up, because I can just... Storm Zone is still... Oh, but Storm Zone... Oh, it's... Right, it's in this round, and I didn't even use... Okay, we're dead. We're very dead. Whatever. Hot potato has killed me. Oh, goodness. So I really just needed to switch like that. Okay. Just need to wait and make sure that I have... Oh, charisma. Oh, sneak. Oh, so it's... Okay, that's really cool. So it's entirely just about... Oh, I like that. I like functional, unorthodox playstyles like that. That's really cool. So none of them have any... Anything I can do with only just 2 dice. That will be... Oh, that was bad. Actually, well, I can use the Dendro for that. I can use Dendro for that. I'll be fine, I think. Action phase, and use that. That'll be okay. This'll summons, and we got a Hilichurl Berserker. Okay, we'll see. That's just dandy. Maybe Quick Neck could be okay, but we'll see. We just make use of that. Okay. Come on. And then just create a Storm Zone and then do a bit of switching around until... Who is going to be the one I want to get in place? We'll see. Okay, cool. So a big hit. Oh, evil. Okay. No, Dead Evil King. Shuhan. Oh, okay. It's honestly kind of easy to forget about all the sort of Eastern flavor that... Potato. Okay. That monks have sometimes. I mean, it shouldn't be, but it kind of is. So if I... That's fine. So the storm... Right, because I didn't have Caress of Winds. So that'll take that over, and next they'll use... Okay. Start first. I can switch over to the next one, but Should heal up Venti. Oh, Shang Tsung! Okay. I'm a bit familiar. Not entirely, but I think I know who you're talking about. Okay. Oh, so that's why he... Shao Kahn's... Oh, right. That would work really well for an evil campaign. But that would mean that... So that's why you wanted her to have both martial arts and magic. Okay, now I get it. That's a cool idea. Okay. I really hope your DM helped you make the idea work. In terms of just... Because like I said, it would be way too easy for that to just totally screw you over in terms of mutual attribute dependency, as they call it. So next, they're going to go over to Animal Vanguard. So we're not getting a lot of swirls on anything. That sucks. Okay. If I go over and use a... I don't want to let anyone... Ugh. It's so painful. So painful. Okay, well... Character 3 is important for the math calculation. But that said, I can just switch over to you and make that work. This is harder than I expected. Silver-tongued. Party overthrow. Oh, interesting. Okay. So it is thought out. Okay. I mean, of course it would be, but... Just skill, and I can probably use this. And just use a storm zone, and there we go. This is very sort of slow and steady wins the race. I do feel like I wanna... This does persist between rounds. Okay, we got good damage there. You're gonna go for one attack, and oh, but the swirl will suck. That said, if I'm able to heal up a bit more, and hopefully, if I use the burst, I use that, I can use Venti's burst now, and that should be very useful. That one isn't all that great. We'll see. Got a bit more, see what I come up with this time, but yeah. You have very, very creative character concepts. I like that a lot. Okay. Let's go and... Oh, interesting. But that doesn't pierce the shield. That'll kill that guy, though. That's the thing. If I go over here... Oh, okay. Quan Si. As in... So that actually... Oh, wait. Oh, because it didn't absorb an element. That is right. Quan Chi from Mortal Kombat. Oh, that... When I look him up, the first photo on Google Photos is literally him next to Kratos from God of War. That's so funny. Okay. It's just gonna be... Oh, interesting. They're actually not. Huh. Okay. If I want to heal you... Okay. Should be fine. Can wait. Send you back to someone who... Okay. Go for a physical hit. Send that back. And since we can just send it back by using the Ice Blade, I think I'll do that. Okay, cool. Next time, it's gonna be... Maybe switching might be kind of good. Maybe. Okay, Galloping Frost, and... Let's see. It said if they got too many swirls, that wouldn't be good either. So that'll swirl that, and we could actually get some melts from that, maybe. It's gonna deal a lot of damage, too. This should work. This should hopefully work. So what's Quan Si's fighting style again? Okay. There, and we got that. Okay, but the swirl didn't actually... Did the swirl actually... The swirl did not work. Was it not... Oh, because it didn't actually absorb anything. Okay. It's good that he went over there, then. Okay. Let's keep on going, and we can try for a Pyro Swirl. Okay. Let's see. So we really need to pay attention to what they're doing so we don't waste our... Pyro. Okay, Gale Force Agitation, 3, and Energy. Who do we want to... I think using the Storm Zone is going to be good, so we can soak another Pyro hit and make sure that we have someone who's unswirled. Remake the Dead, Resurrect the Fallen. Oh, okay. So it was basically Dark Sorcerer with straight-up Necromancer. Okay. The important thing of using something that reduces switching costs instead of something that just disappears. That instead of something that lets you do fast switches, is that it's about stalling out the enemy team's attacks. Though I'm sure you can tell. You're not stupid. Okay. Over there, and who do we want to use? But at the very same time, that shield is gonna... that is kind of obnoxious. Well, we can send this back and use all sorts of funny Fatui stuff too. Let's see, maybe he can use... This card is not useful for me. So we can just use this one, send it to the other side of the field, and we've got both of the Magakenki's little doppelgangers on field, so we can just switch over to the next guy and see what they do. Actually, I'll probably switch over to you in case you do any kind of swirling business or anything. Okay. That's going to be the end of the round. Hot Potatoes on their side, okay. And phase, and yeah, it kills them first. Would have been nice to get a bit of penetrating damage from that, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. Okay. Go for... There we go. Should deal a bit of damage. Now we can literally just... Well, the stun's gone. He's going to be active. But we can just kill him normally. We don't need to do any silly business with a hot potato anymore. We just need to kill the guy. Okay. That's fine. I am going to finish this off with first attack I even do with a Pyrolector all game and just go for the... Oh, Searing Precept, actually. Right, this is the same as attack from below, and... Oh, no, he's... Yep, he is back to life, and that's good. Thank you, Anjo. Thank you, Anjo. And the hot potato is gone forever. It would honestly be funny if we lost, because it was still on the side of our field. That there was sort of psych, you still lose, because you need to make sure that you use a skill that doesn't kill, so you can get the hot potato gone. And I'm glad they didn't do that, but I honestly could have seen them say, oh, you know, should have read the text better, you know. End of the game is still end phase. Okay. None of the... Okay, so this is going to be healers and Zhongli. These guys, it's just do not die. Okay. Shuhan of the Umbra Kingdom. Actually, I feel like swirling both Cryo and Hydro might be the way to do it. Maybe. Shogoth, Chuhan, Sorceress. Oh, nice. So it's kind of like a Skyrim game where you you become the captain of the captain of the guard, the head of the master thief of the Rogues Guild, and the archmage of the Wizards College all at once, and no one thinks to ask whether you're wearing too many hats. That's funny. I like that. So that's the Venti. And this guy, what did he do for the other ones? The other ones he did. Let's go back to that playlist over there. Let's see. Okay. It's core, and the one he did was... Okay, it's a Chi-Chi heal and freeze deck, and we don't have Chi-Chi yet. You know, honestly, we will... Oh my goodness! I almost cut myself with a sword hanging on my wall. Okay. Opponent's characters. Okay, so we want Cryo Swirl for that. Okay. Interesting. One less. So you really need to just swirl with that. Honestly, we could probably cheese this with Zhongli shielding. I will find another way to do this. Yeah, my dad won a sword. It's actually a replica of, I believe, Arya Stark's Sting from Game of Thrones, but he plays a tabletop miniatures game based off of the Game of Thrones franchise, and he... Let me see. He honestly specs more in the painting and art side of things, but he's very, very good at it. He wins a lot of prizes for just how well painted his deck is. It's really cool. But yeah, he got a prize for Best Painted Army, which is actually a bit different from Best Army Aesthetic. I think it's probably a bit more accessible, because Best Army Aesthetic might be sort of the characters you have all together in a sort of theme, and things outside of just painting. And, miniatures games are always, you pay an arm and a leg to just get anything, really. Actually, no. Probably not Ningguang, but Noel. Okay. I think I meant to put Noel and just misclicked, honestly. But, you know, paint does not cost as much. You could have an army of relatively cheap units, which I think my dad does, and if you just paint them very well, you're in the running. Okay. All healers, okay. Sack frags might be good, but the big one is gonna be Vortex Vanquisher. A shield, okay. You can also use this for petrification, too. Okay. Just gotta make sure that none of my characters die. It's gonna be all about soaking big hits. Movable mountain, okay. Elemental, okay. Both of these are good. Some of them are... Let's see. So maybe I could put Timaeus? Maybe Wagner, too. It's all about keeping that shield up, okay. This would be good, because both of those... None of those are going to be usable in time. I think maybe... You know, I don't think this one is going to be that hard, just because if your goal is just to survive, Zhongli can easily just turtle. That's not really a problem. But it might get more but it's nice that I actually have to try. Okay, a shield. Okay, that's... Use that for an even better shield. Like a toss-up. This one is full. Okay. Honestly, oh, but that one isn't as good. That's... But we also want maybe less... Honestly, these cards aren't that good. Let's see. But Star Signs might be good if I want to just petrify someone that might use their burst, because it does seem like second round's just going to be burst spam, honestly. So, the other one we want is going to be... Which one? We want Fav Library, okay. Turn them on time, right. Lisa, okay. Gonna go and use this deck of our own invention. We're not cheating this time. Well, I mean, it's not entirely cheating, though. We'll see. Okay, so that one's... We only need one of those. Great deeds. Yeah, and the best part is that when you do something like that, that means it's really easy to bring those characters back as NPCs for a future campaign, because they've got an established role in the world. And the other best part of it is... It makes things really easy for the DM too, because it means he has ideas for NPCs already. And NPCs that the players will like and respond to well. It's really very much a sort of best of both worlds kind of thing. Okay, so yeah, it's gonna be... They're just gonna start blasting us next round, and this is gonna be frightening. So how many of these can I... Okay, we got... Okay, roll. Oh, that's perfect. It's gonna be just enough, because this doesn't require a specific die. Okay, so... If we just turtle and shield, we'll be fine. Okay. And... Miss Lapidus. Okay. That's not awful. This will just give me a very good shield. Okay. Ganzan Hajiko. Okay, 3-point slash. Oh, but I don't have any switch ability. Oh. 0, and we'll get 1 more, I suppose. Maybe. Well, we will end our round here, and hopefully we won't die. We'll see. Okay, I definitely... Lack of dice there is going to be bad. I feel like just switch... Oh, that might be... Well, they did the switching for us. That's fun. I'm going to send this through, and we will have a decent amount of stuff at the start. Okay. Don't have an element on him. Okay. Shield to that combat status. It's definitely going to be tanking. Okay, 2 turns. Physical damage, that damage does not matter. Okay, so how many are these going to use? Yeah, it's a very, very good strategy. It's... The big advantage of it is that it's honestly basically just the approach Greek myth took. if you start in medias res, you have characters that you don't need to explain. That you can literally just say, these are these dudes, and this is what they... And you don't need to explain, this is why they're here, this is what they do. People will know what they're going to do and how to interact with them just by nature. And that is a very nice thing to have. So, a couple of these guys are going to use their shields. How can we... I feel like healing might be good. We'll see. He's going to use his burst, which means we can... How much damage is he going to deal, though? We'll see. If we just make use of this, we should see what we get. Yeah. Because it means you don't need to spend time explaining anything, because people know what's going on. Actually, right, what I should actually do is kill this guy. That's right. Okay. If I just... Yeah, he's not going to use his crazy damage burst if I just kill him. Okay. That's cool. And you're going to do that, and can I... It's going to be... It's a 3-point slash after that, so I need to actually... How many switches can I afford to do? That's the problem. This one is actually... This one is pretty intimidating. Okay. I feel like I need to be able to soak... How many do I need to soak? Soak of that one, and then I need to soak. But, honestly feel like That said, if I just... and then... What I should do is play a Geodie. Not even just petrification, that just kills him. Oh my goodness. Okay, cool. You know, I was thinking, you know, we just need to survive this. I didn't even think about the possibility of just straight up murking them. Yeah, that's much better. That is much better. Okay, nice. And we've ended our round. He's going to attack with a 3 damage sword slash, and it won't do anything. That was big. Thank you for being good, Zhongli. I am happy. Wait. There we go, there we go. We won our survival mission. Okay. Should be able to... I'll just steal another deck for the last one and just content myself with that. Yeah, we were able to do this with a deck of our own invention. Isn't that hard? And yeah, exactly. Just my way of actually trying to kill enemies instead of just letting them do their thing. We were lucky enough to kill the 2 enemies that were going to use their burst, which the issue is I didn't have enough cards at first. I mean, enough dice. If I had had a couple more dice, I could have just switched around and survived that, not even by soaking it with shields. Well, by killing them, but soak 1 burst with shields and then just switch to Kokomi, and she would have been able to take all the hits. I think it would have ended in an overload switching to Zhongli, but it would have been over by now, probably. By then, probably, so it wouldn't have mattered. This one is going to be a... The guide recommends a Chongyun Freeze deck. So, let's see. It should work just fine. Okay, come on. Chongyun Cryo Swirl, so that I assume that would be Shenhe too. Maybe, depending on whether they need freeze. We'll see. How many they're gonna use for any of that? Okay. Huh. So what kind of... Okay, no, it's too early. So now if we just check... Okay. Okay, Chongyun Cryo Swirl deck, and this one is going to be... Oh, Chongyun... Okay. Oh, that's actually... That's Chi-Chi too. Never mind. So we're gonna need to... Maybe. Chi-Chi actually doesn't really have a... She really need. Honestly, we could probably make this work with just Diona if we really had to. Maybe. It's all about throwing Hydro and then freezing each one in turn. But freezing at the end of the round wouldn't actually help. I want to see how this one is done, so I can check this out. Okay. Doesn't use that. Does he... Okay, he does use Wolves. It's Chongyun, Shishi, and Venti. It's all about... Actually, that's... I wonder if we just have to freeze one of them, huh? That's crazy. Okay. Oh, no, you do have to kill them, but you can keep most of them from doing things if you just... That's funny. Okay. It's basically using Chongyun as an on-field DPS. Wording point. Oh! Charisma and Sorcery. Never make... I didn't even think about that, because when you said your DM was using characters, I literally only thought, right, yeah, Brenna came back and is helping you out. I didn't even think for a second that, oh, evil campaign characters are going to become antagonists you're going to have to fight against in the next one. That's even better. I've never had an opportunity to... Actually, I did kind of do that once. I ran a campaign that was basically a sort of secret history, urban fantasy, Cold War campaign with a bit of Metal Gear inspiration. And it started out with something kind of crazy. Basically, I had 3 people, and 2 of them didn't even end up joining the campaign, do a one-shot. And I was actually killing time at a speech and debate meet. One that was running long, and I was sort of, I want to run this campaign. Let's start off with a one-shot. And so I dropped 3 characters who are basically American secret agents. One of them is magic, actually, because it's, sort of secret history, urban fantasy, Cold War with magic. And they're invading the Bay of Pigs, which is, a real thing that happened. And they're about to win. But in this continuity, the reason that America loses is because Fidel Castro has a dragon, and they get torched. And essentially, 2 of them die, or at least 2 of them didn't come back, but one of the player characters from that one shot ended up becoming a morally neutral sort of quasi-supporting character, quasi-antagonist in the campaign that followed. But that campaign died. That campaign did not end up. Like all of my campaigns, it died off due to logistical issues. That's what always happens. Okay. Let's see, but we do need to kill them before they can do anything, so it's all about speed. As long as we can keep the other ones frozen, it's all about just damage. Okay. But applying... Okay, what I would probably do is apply Cryo to all of them, and then hopefully swirl one element onto the others, Hydro onto Cryo, or the other way with a Venti, so that they would... Let's check that card list for that deck to make sure I'm not entirely off base. Yeah. That's a really, really cool concept. Frankly, I don't run enough D&D to begin with. I need to run more D&D. But when I run D&D, it doesn't tend to be in the same world as previous campaigns I've run. But what you've said, especially that thing about a villain coming back, really makes me want to do it. Really makes me want to do that. That is just too cool. Honestly. So we need Jade Chamber. Okay, there we go. 2 of... And this would actually be good if we want to use both weapons. Maybe. If we... Okay. Depends on who I use. I gotta see what this deck sort of cycle is. We'll see. Well, these are kind of interchangeable for our purposes. It's play stuff and get more stuff. But this would be good for the one that gives you more on a normal. The Storm Zone Blessing that lets you get a normal for free. Okay, this Shattering Ice is also going to be great. Okay. Not Paimon, one of these apparently. And just only one of these. Okay. Honestly feel like if there's anyone... So we don't have Chi-Chi, so we aren't running any kind of... We're actually running the exact same stuff. Never mind. Okay, so... No. Okay. Go and... Okay. Come on, come on, come on. Let's go over here and try this out. Okay, so this is more or less the deck they used. Dion in place of Chi-Chi, but I don't think they really used Chi-Chi, so this should be serviceable. Yeah, Chi-Chi has not come out on field. Chi-Chi did not come out on field for the entire. Okay, that's fine. And you just freeze that Rift Hound at the end. Okay. What is the sort of order and rhythm you do with this deck? Okay. So they basically ended it by playing Cry to both of those guys, and then next round they tried to. Did they use a Storm Zone or got a bit of corrosion from that, but that doesn't matter. Oh, but they got a free switch in, which means, yep, you can swirl like that, and oh, that's perfect. Okay, so it breaks the shield and disables the Abyss Mage for that. A loss. Oh. So that's why you decided no more good evil characters, because it happened to you, and because of that you had a total. Oh. So is that the same setting as the one you're playing in right now? Is it going to be possible for you to encounter her in this campaign? I'm curious. It's going to be... We need to do that quickly. I don't think we can really afford to use Timmy. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. You know, I think you could maybe argue that it might have been a bit of an unfair adversary to go up in a vacuum, but it's an adversary that the players created themselves. You know, the only people they can really blame is themselves for, I guess, knowing, you know, all of our characters will come back. Why didn't I think they'd do that with an evil one? That's really cool. I like that a lot. Okay. We need wolves. We need wolves for this one. Okay. Oh, that's gonna be a hard sell. Okay, but it would be possible in theory to go over if you wanted to, and maybe. So this isn't wolves. Steady breathing should hopefully be good. I think we can hopefully make this one work. Maybe. We'll see. Just gonna switch over and... Okay. Hydro Shield, Ripple, Electro Edge. Low but never zero. Okay. Huh. I see. Right, the first one is one less elemental die. That's useful. Let's actually put the treasure-seeking Sealy down. So clue... Oh, that's gonna be good. It's gonna be real good. Okay. Let's go over, use this. Equip it to Chongyun, and when they're gonna switch over, I can apply it to the next one. Okay. Deal a bit of more damage. Okay, cool. I feel like your DM's keeping that in his back pocket. It's just gonna be sort of... So, right, switch to the next character once per round, it's switched to the Rift Hound. So now I switch over here. Okay. That's good. That's good. Okay. I think I know what I'm doing now. Okay. And by way of that, it'll switch to the Abyss Mage, and I can just probably use Storm Zone to get a quick switch if I want to, and we'll see. Right, because they only use 2 skills per round, so... Okay. Yeah. But if I were a DM, I would be keeping a character like that in my back pocket to just bring out whenever my players are least expecting. No problem. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate you sticking around so long. Your stories are always really great, and we had a great rapport in the chat tonight, so good luck at college tomorrow. Sounddragon. So, right, just use this. Okay, so we'll finish this up, and that'll be it for today. There's not much left to do. Okay. Broken shield, and what else are they gonna use? To clear the end of their round. So, in that case, we might want to switch over there for one of those, and one of those. Oh, actually, 2. Okay. Ooh, that might not be that good, actually. That might have actually caused a problem. Yeah. Okay. I really kind of needed wolves for this. It's bad. It's actually bad. Okay. Actually, I could get both of those guys, and I can do this if I... 2 more of those over there, and use this, and use it on you. Then get rid of... There we go. 2 more. And... Oh, that was very lucky. Okay. If I hadn't gotten a chrono on, I would have needed to use another card. Okay. Well, we managed to make use of... Honestly impressed with myself. I was able to make... Really, you can only ever make decent use of... What's it called? You can only really make decent use of Covenant of Rock on a team with characters with charge attacks. And specifically, honestly, it's basically just for Klee. Otherwise, you probably won't have enough to even use any kind of attack or skill when you get that back, unless you've got dice spawning passives in there. So we just need to freeze you. We cannot afford to let you keep going. Crystal Cracker, Corrosive Cause. That one's just better than the others. Pursuer's Mark. 6 in Corrosion. Okay, Elemental Devourer. Deals +1 and takes +2. Okay, so... Okay. We can just freeze you and... That's it for that round. And finish that up. And that will be it for... this little mini TCG event, and therefore it'll also be it for the night. Thank you for everyone who watched, though I think everyone who was watching is gone by now, so. But either way, it was a good time. A good time was had by all. Just pick up our... with the conditions for defeat. Just claim them all straight from here. Okay, cool. Nice, 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 and we can just be getting a few more... characters in here. Purchase provisions. I guess I could do that tomorrow. We have 3 right now. We need 3 more in order to get the characters coming out next patch. Okay. Some more dynamic skins. We can get Ito and Kole. Ain't that nice? Okay, and once we got those, oh, Raven. Okay. Right, because it's Tenari with King Squire. Okay. And once new characters get added, we'll have 14 more that we need. Then, at least for that point in time, we'll have every character's dynamic card skin. Okay, dynamic skin. Okay. So, it's been good. I'm just going to... Actually, I think I'll be collecting my... I'll do that off camera. I will be doing my daily commissions, but for now... For now, farewell. Sign a wagon to you.